What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me, but I just got home off of an early morning flight, right? First thing through the door, I want to see my family. I love my family. You know, I'm a family man. I'm an advocate for families, right? Second thing, I got to get that hot shower because I got to throw the threads on. The threads make me feel like $1,000,000, but the third thing through my mind and all throughout the trip is that I gotta have that Tiege pack. Tiege makes my life uncomplicated. It's uncomplicated skincare for men. The first way that I started specifically was their level 1 system. It's a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin. 2 times per week exfoliate and scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells. An AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. Here's the thing. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. They really making the process of achieving and maintaining amazing skin for men uncomplicated. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, the ability to customize your box, exclusive monthly deals, you can pause and cancel at any time, and you get free shipping. And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal, right? Just click the first link in the description and you get 30% off your first box, plus a free gift. It's an amazing deal. You got to get started today. You're not out here trying to look like a Dusty. And if you travel as much as I do, which I'm sure most people don't, but you know me, I'm pushing my bag chasers in order to be in the top 5%, top 10%, top 1%. We got to make our lives uncomplicated, and Tiege Hanley is no better product. You got to look good. You got to smell good. And you can't be looking like a Dusty. Make sure you get started today. Click the link in the description. Get that Tiege pack. Feel the Tiege, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Thank you for tuning in for another edition of the Millionaire Morning Show. I am your host, Anton Daniels, and I'm very much excited to come before you today to preach to the congregation in order to ensure that you guys get all of the value and all of the gems and all of the great things that come along with being successful. What up? It is Friday, August 4th, 2023. Hey, let me get a little bit of insight from y'all inside of the chat. I'm curious. Somebody said, can you open a StreamYard? What StreamYard? What makes y'all think that I'm using StreamYard? I don't use StreamYard. The only time that StreamYard is used is probably on the late night show, and then when I have other people being able to do panels on my stuff. But I don't use StreamYard. But I will open up the stream for you guys to be able to ask questions or give you insight on an individual basis. Shout out to Classy Beats. Let me go ahead and read that right away so I can acknowledge my people in the building. Classy Beats says, happy Friday, AD and the Bag Chasers. I'm 33 today. 33 today. Man, 33. You're a baby, dog. You're a baby. You're a little baby. Most guys don't even start getting their lives together until they get into their early 30s. It's the honest to God truth. Most guys do not start getting their life together until their early 30s. Says, I'm 33 today, and today is my 11th year wedding anniversary. That's the real flex. I don't care what anybody says. Marriage is a flex, especially when you can do it successfully. I hope men and women, wow, if you're 33 and you've been married for 11 years, and that means you got married at the same age that I was when I got married. Wow, you got married at 22 years old. I got married at 22 years old. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Says, I hope men and women listen close when you speak about marriage and relationships because you are always on target. God bless you, bro. Hey, can we get another round of applause for Classy Beats? Shout out to Class E Beats that's in the building. Hey, next week, and happy anniversary. Tell the missus I said, what up, though? That's a Detroit thing. What up, though? Hey, let me give an acknowledgement for the Cash Appers. I'm gonna have a special thing for the Cash Appers. I'm going to have a special little thing that I have pop up on the screen for the Cash Appers because I appreciate them and I think that they need to have their own special thing more than just the Super Chats, right? Dante P with the 10 ball. I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Heather is in the building with the 10 ball. Says, for saving lives, you are an angel on earth. Thank you, Heather. Ruchi Reynolds says, thanks for being 100. I absolutely appreciate you, Ruchi Reynolds, on Cash App. And Mike, that dude. Mike, that dude has been holding me down so much. Says, our brother in the email. I got you. And I sent them a rack yesterday. I know y'all don't believe it, so I'll just show y'all the proof. I didn't plan on doing this. This is what I sent them yesterday. See if y'all can see it. I did send our brother a rack yesterday, and I talked to him yesterday also. So I did send our brother a rack. There you go. So I am a man of my word. I do what I do. And I will put his Cash App in the chat if you guys want to support. Now, I'm not asking you guys to try to blow the bank out or nothing like that. If you guys want to send $1, $2, $5, he broke down yesterday. I had a conversation with him. He is really good. He is in a good space now. So I'm going to put his Cash App in the chat because I am a man of my word and I do take care of my people. I'm going to put his Cash App in the chat just for anybody that wants to contribute. For anybody that wants to contribute. And again, I'm not asking y'all to send a rack. Don't send $100, $20, whatever you can. If you can send $1, $5, $2, look out for the homie. All right? Let me just put that in there real quick. Make sure I got that right. All right. That's his Cash App. I put it in the chat. If anybody wants to help him out and just say, yo, I'm rocking with you, family, you are more than welcome to do so. I sent them a rack because that was what was on my heart, okay? That was what was on my heart. And so because I'm a man of my word, that's what I do. And it was meaningful to me. So, all right? Whatever is in your heart. If you don't feel it's necessary to send anything, if you listen. If you just want to pray for him, if you just want to send up a prayer for him, do what you think is best for you. Prayers are just as important as money, and so don't think that it does not resonate. If anybody wants to hook him up, then that's, do what's in your heart. Do what's in your heart, okay? So that's that. Let me read a couple more super chats and then we're going to get started with the show. And nobody else, if anybody else put their Cash App inside of the chat, just remove it. Just delete that particular one. Only Cash App I want inside of the chat is his, all right? Just delete it. Don't ban them. Don't time them out. Just delete that specific message, all right, mods? Thank you. I appreciate you. My guy Ash is in the building, says, match Classy Beats. Mrs. Snow Bunny and I have been married for 16 years. Hashtag successfully married. Yesterday was my birthday, 49. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate you. I love it. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you, Ash. Congratulations. Tell the missus I said what up. Jeweled Alchemy Soap Company LLC says happy born day, Class E. Happy Friday, Bag Chasers. Shout out to you. Hey, I'll unban him. Y'all gotta unban him. Don't ban people that's not doing nothing egregious. You know what I'm saying? Just remove the Cash Apps and the PayPals, and let's keep it moving. All right. Kingdom Legacy said, you never said what equipment you use in the Patreon. That's coming up, and y'all will be able to ask me whatever questions y'all want to ask me on Sunday too. All right. So I'm doing a live stream in the Patreon on Sunday. Shout out to all of the Bag Chasers. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Make sure you join the Patreon. The best time to join the Patreon is the beginning of the month. That link is in the description. Thank you for the super chat. And then Derek T, my dog, says, just watch The Big Short. All I have to say is, wow, I was in middle school in 08. And man, this puts so much in perspective. Love from Mississippi. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Yeah. All right. So, all right, you going to be nicer? All right, Natasha. Thank you, baby. Let's get started with the show. Now, Class E Beats is 11 years married. Happy birthday. 33 years old. Got married when he was 22. All right. Got married when he was 22. Sabrina says, I'll miss this one on Sunday. It's okay, babe, because I'm going to have the replay inside of the Patreon. So anybody that misses it, and I'll be reading that super chat P Shank shortly. Anybody that miss it, you'll be able to replay it. And I'll be able to show the receipts and everything like that. So that'd be awesome. All right. But let me say something really quickly. You know how I've been kind of on this kick of being nicer, not getting caught up in any mess, any beefs or anything like that. I've been like in chill mode, vibe mode. And this is just a quick little detour before we get into the show. And I just been in, like, it don't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter if, you know, they got smoke. I'm unrattled. You know what I'm saying? And so I've been on this thing since I went on my tour of, and for those of you that is just noticing or just rocking with me, I made a list based off of a mentor. And he said, put a list down there on everybody that you don't necessarily care for, to make it short. And he said, call him and fix it or reach out to him. And so I did so. And then most of them said, fuck you, whatever, gave me the middle finger. And then a few of them said, all right, cool, let's keep it chill or whatever, right? And so I've been in slow motion. If it ain't about the content, if we not reacting to something that somebody said online, whether you agree or disagree with them, it ain't been nothing but that. But let me touch on something that I'm not sure that I've ever touched on before online at all. And remember, when I give people these labels, I'm giving people these labels based off of who they are. Not just automatically extending respect because you are who you are. If I see a prostitute walking down the street, I'm not going to say, oh, that's a black queen. I'm going to say, yo, that's a prostitute. She renders services for money and she's a streetwalker. She's for the streets. If I see a white prostitute walking down the streets, I'm going to say that she's a streetwalker. She's for the streets. She's a prostitute. We give people a label so that we can better identify who we dealing with, right? If you see a phenomenal woman that's moving in her purpose and is not easily accessible to everybody, but she's super nice and she extends respect to everybody, she's a awesome, phenomenal woman. You extend love and grace where it is, but we have to label things accordingly in order to be able to identify what we're dealing with, right? And so, gentlemen that have women in your lives, whether you are just in a relationship, whether you are married, whoever, if it's your sister, if it's your mother, I need you to control your hoes, dog. At the forefront of most fumbled legacies, most fumbled bags, most fumbled channels, most fumbled relationships, in most instances, at the forefront of whatever that is. Now, you can assign the blame accordingly. You can say it's the woman that ruined it. You can say it's the man that couldn't get control of what it was that he was dealing with. She's a bad representation. Whatever that is, usually it is a woman. Usually it's a woman, right? And so what I'm starting to see and I'm experiencing lately is it's easy for me to navigate away from whatever it is that the dudes say or whatever it is that the content creators say or whatever like that, right? And I have boundaries, right? There's rules of engagement for me. I don't talk about people's children. I don't go after people's girlfriends. I don't go after people's wives. Now, if your girl just so happened to be a content creator or she's a single baby mama and she's saying some wild shit online, then we going to react to the content accordingly. But I don't go after people's people, right? I don't go after whatever. Y'all going to have to control these hoes, bro. Seriously. Seriously. Your girl is going to be the demise of you. Your girl is going to be the demise of you. If she can't show herself to be a lady, even if you online, even if you jump on a panel, even if you typing in the comments, that's your fault. Now, if she just so happened to get that shrapnel, that's your fault. And you're going to be looking stupid out here in these streets because you couldn't control your hoe. Look, my girl play the background. She don't talk. She not sitting here having conversations with men out of order. She ain't got no opinion outside of what it is that she shared with me directly. She not out here talking and getting sassy with men. She not in the comments typing hard, going back and forth with people. It has been some people that said some of the most egregious shit about and to my wife online, and I largely protect her from that, right? Because people going to say egregious shit. Like, you're not going to be able to say and stop anything that anybody says. But I have rules of engagement in which I choose not to come back or not to do certain shit about that. And I did it one time. One guy said something egregious, and then I went online and I found his wife, and she was looking like a Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a fall. And when I showed her to him, that nigga was like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have did that. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not coming back from that. And so, you know, y'all got to be careful because y'all girls and y'all wives and y'all girlfriends and y'all mamas and y'all all of that other type of shit, they talking some wild shit out here. And it is going to be the end of your, and I ain't talking about me. I'm not going to do nothing to you because, again, I got rules of engagement, and I don't look at them hoes as anything other than weaklings. Like, it's easy to be able to get over to you. But I'm just telling you, watch your bitch, bro. That ain't for nobody in particular, but y'all hoes is talking wild online. Now, you, again, say whatever you want to say about me. But if you decide that you want to be a content creator, or you want to be, you know, you got something to say, man, you better get your hoe and you better tell that hoe to shut the fuck up. Because I'm not going to, if I identify her as a content creator, then the rules of engagement is still on. And she not just shrapnel, she better tell that bitch to back up. Hey, man. When I see chicks and they start throwing their hands in people's faces out here in the streets, I be thinking to myself, hey, man, like I be thinking it to myself, but I'm not stepping in nobody else's business. I be thinking to myself, hey, man, you better get your hoe. She about to get the fuck her shit pushed back. Why do y'all do that? Like, why do y'all? And I understand there's some dudes that simping. They can't control what's going on in their household. They need to get leadership classes. They need to join a Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. But why do women feel compelled to come after men when you know it's not going to end well for you if they just so happen to wake the fuck up and said, all right, I'm tired of your shit. Your shit is going back into the back. Like, it's over. Are you really built for that? Are you built for the shit that other people go through in that sense? Are you ready for what's going to happen after we get mad? I seen something online today. I just so happened to tap into a random video, and then I go through and I look in the comments and I seen somebody mentioning my name, and I was like, Lord, don't pull me back into the background. Don't pull me back into the background, Lord. I ain't say background, I said the black ground. Don't let me go dark. Don't let me. I just laughed that shit off. Y'all chicks be fucking up y'all money, fucking up your platforms, fucking up your relationships, fucking up what it is that you got going on with your parents, messing up what you got going on with your kids. They just over here just tearing shit up, and it ain't even be because of you. You know how to control yourself, right? When you got a feeling and you got a thought, you just keep it to yourself and you just feel a certain type of way, but you understand that you're not gonna mess up a bag. But your chick is out here running around reckless, random. Control your hoes, bro. Tell her to step back. Because I'm a nice guy and I've turned a new leaf. And I've decided that if it ain't about the content, I'm not going at anybody individually because I don't care about who you are as a person. I only care about the content. So I'm going to reach out and I'm going to touch you based off of the content. But I'm not like, it's other people they didn't turn that new leaf. They not moving the way that I move. They not happy the way that I'm happy. And so other people, they give no fucks. And your chick is going to get you in some shit that you wasn't supposed to be in the first place, all because you couldn't get your chick in line. Either get rid of her or get her in line because she ain't that cute. She ain't cute enough to be fucking up your money. There is no woman on the face of this earth. I don't care who you are. There is no woman on the face of this earth that is fine enough, bad enough, got a BBL enough, got enough makeup enough, that is fooling you enough, that's throwing it on you enough, that can suck you off enough, that's going to justify fucking up the bag. Okay? Dizzy Roth, you said I got to play the Tiege ad on these motherfuckers because they out here playing with the likes. All right, give me a second. What we doing? Got over 1,000 people in here and y'all over here fucking up. Okay, I see what kind of data this is going to be. I see what kind of day this gonna be. I ain't did this in a long time. Can we please get the likes up?
Hey babe, how was your day?
It was actually pretty good.
I don't ask for much. I just want the likes up.
Good. You know we got
What we doing? Huh?
Honey.
We got to go back to the original Tiege commercial. This is what we doing today because the likes is fucking down.
Business, getting to the. You know what?
What we doing?
I don't even want to talk about it. I got you.
I'm not trying to be out here looking like a dusty. Now I got to narrate my own commercial until the lights get up.
They help me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire
process uncomplicated.
Honestly, it's the best skincare system.
The best
for guys
skincare
like you and me.
for men.
I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which come with all of the basics.
Daily face wash
to get rid of the dirt and grime
on your skin cells.
2 times per week exfoliating scrub.
Exfoliating skin rub.
Cells, an AM moisturizer.
SPF 20.
You should always be protecting your skin from the sun. And a PM moisturizer. To help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Tiege Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to
how
use
much
each
to
product,
use,
how much to use, and in what order. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits.
Look at that transformation.
At least 20% off the retail price and the ability to customize
your skin.
And because Tiege Hanley is sponsoring today's video,
they giving my viewers an amazing deal. You get 30% off your first order,
you get 30%
plus
off
a
your
free
first
gift.
box, plus a free gift. Click the
an
link
amazing deal.
Today. We taking care of ourselves.
Self-care, fellas, is the best
first step to be able to get to that bag, to take care of business, and be on top of things and level up in every aspect of your life.
Feel the Tiege,
my friends.
Feel the Tiege, That's what we gonna be doing today. That's what we gonna do today. We going to Tiege. We gonna feel the Tiege today. Make sure y'all get the likes up. All right. Let me jump into my fucking show. Let's get it popping. Make sure you get that Tiege Hanley 30% off your first order plus a free gift. And then also on top of that, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Now, before we get into the most entertaining show on the face of the earth, I have to share something with y'all. Messi said you're the only person that had to talk over your own commercial. Y'all had to get the likes up. We got to go to Tiege one more time? All right, give me a second. Please don't make me go to the Tiege again. I leave the office yesterday because I had a deal to do. And I leave the office yesterday
because I got a deal to do. And, I send off that e-check or whatever. And so I'm out here. I got to go and check on another property that I'm trying to close because I was inspired when I seen that Blackstone salary from the guy that wind up making like $1.3 billion. When I seen the guy making $1.3 billion in 1 year, I said, oh my Jesus. I can't believe it. I felt inspired, right? So then, bunch of stuff happened yesterday. I spilled my Dairy Queen over into my passenger seat. Oh my God, everything is fucked up, right? And then I wind up doing what's something that I usually do, but I haven't done in a very, very, very long time. I haven't done it in a very long time. And so what I did was I spent my afternoon and my evening, my Thursday night. I spent my Thursday night because I don't think anybody was streaming last night or anything like that. It wasn't nothing for me to catch. It wasn't no new news. It wasn't nothing popping, right? And so I spent my Thursday evening riding around in the streets of Metro Detroit, studying, looking, observing, and understanding everything that was happening in the streets. Now, let me tell you what it is that I do. When I was, I would say probably 15, 16 years ago, Rita and I would go through this process where we would drive through certain neighborhoods, right? We would drive through certain neighborhoods and we would use that inspiration in order to drive us and continue to keep us on point, especially during the recession, right? So I would, and y'all don't know nothing about this because y'all don't know nothing about taking your girls out on certain type of dates. Y'all think that taking a chick on a date is, taking her out to Roof Chris, Ocean Prime, you out here taking her out to a mall and spending the bag on her. Nah, you know what me and Rita used to do? We was broke as fuck. In 2008, 15 years ago, I was working 2 jobs. I was going to school. But then on a Sunday, what we would do is we would jump in the car, right? I had bought a Cadillac. I bought a Cadillac Cash. I bought a Cadillac STS, right? And it was a red Cadillac. And I drove, when I started really, really getting money and getting back on my feet, I never bought a new car. I stayed rolling in the Cadillac until it got to like 300 and something thousand miles. And then eventually the engine gave out and the side door wasn't working, anything like that, right? And so the driver's side door on the car, let me tell you how broke I was, but how dedicated to the movement I was. The driver's side door on the Cadillac STS did not open. For some reason, I couldn't get the door open anymore. So me and Rita, we would jump in the car, right? I had a baby. So my daughter was a newborn baby. Leslie was a brand new baby, right? She was born in 2008. We would put the seat, the baby seat in the back car, and then we would get in on the passenger side because went to the auction. I gave all of my cars up. I went to the auction. I paid cash for the car, and I said, I'm going to ride the fuck out of this car, and we're going to run this check up, right? And so in order to keep us inspired, we would go on dates. Now, we had started to get a little bit of money, but we didn't want to fall back into the same trap that we had in order to, not leverage what it was that we was making in order to start investing. But we was saving every single dime that we have so that we can throw it into our investments, right? And so we would get into the car. I would jump into the passenger seat, and then Rita would get in behind me, and we would go on a date. Now, our date night or our date afternoon on Sundays would be to ride through different neighborhoods and observe all of the different beautiful houses and everything that we wanted to dream of having and the things that we wanted to do. We would go on a free date. Nah, I had a Cadillac STS, and it had that North Star engine in it, and we drove that bitch to like 300,000 miles. And we would go on a free date, and what we would do is we would drive around all of the most prestigious neighborhoods, and we would just dream. And I would say, yeah, we going to be able to build over there, and we can have all of the real estate over there, and whatever, so on and so forth. And that's how we would spend some of our Sunday afternoons, just genuinely talking about what our goals were and how it was that we was going to get rich and be able to buy any fucking thing that we wanted to buy, period. Yeah, y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all over here leading with y'all money, Rita tell you, she in the chat right now. Y'all over there leading with y'all money, thinking that that's the thing that's going to help you find the one that's for you. No, you got to be with the one that's down with you when you ain't got shit. That's how I used to take my chicks out. Yo, this is what we about to do. We will make some sandwiches. Go and get us a fucking blanket. Drive through. Listen, this is what we used to do. See, y'all don't know nothing about game. Y'all over here listening to these game coaches. They can't teach you shit. We would go pack up lunch, make some sandwiches. They would be great. Lettuce, tomatoes. We would like get the turkey bacon and all of that shit. And we would pack up the food, right? And so then we would go and we would drive through the neighborhoods and look at all of the beautiful houses. And then we would go to the park. This was on a Sunday. We would go to the park. We would take a blanket, lay it out, get our favorite books, and then we would talk about what our dreams are and what it is that we seen. And we would eat the lunch that we packed. And it wouldn't cost us anything but gas money. It would not cost us anything with gas money. That's what we used to do on our dates. It didn't cost us anything. So we would just talk about it. We would talk about what our goals was what our dreams was, and we would vibe out. And Leslie, she didn't know no better. She didn't know we was broke. Leslie ain't never seen a dark day in her life. But yesterday, I'm driving around, and I went back to the thing that put me in that space that gave me that drive to be successful in the first place, right? And I fucking come across, because I'm thinking to myself, I can afford that. I can afford that. I can buy any fucking thing over here. So I get to a space where it says construction dead end, right? Construction dead end. And I'm like, yo, I see something over there. There's some lights over there. So I drive over there. Now, keep in mind, this picture does not do it justice because there's about 8 fucking chimneys. This place looked like a Walmart, and it just extends, and it just goes back and back and back. And so I'm like, is that a retail store? I've never seen anything like this in my life. I had to take a picture of it. I said, I got to talk about this on the Millionaire Morning Show tomorrow. I said, is that a retail store? So I drive, I go around, and then I see the sign where it says that, such and such home builders, and, they had the home builder sign on it. I said, no. I said, this area is not even zoned for commercial property. That is a home. And so I started looking, and I seen what was to be the garages and all of that stuff, and it just went back. I mean, it went back and back and back. It looked like a fucking designer Walmart. It had like 8 chimneys in that bitch. And I was like, humans don't build things like this to live in. Impossible. Impossible. Impossible for humans to build things like this to live in. And so I drive around it, and I get out the car, and I look at it, and I take a picture, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to compartmentalize it, right? I'm really trying to understand what the fuck is going on here, right? And so I'm driving home, and I just cut the music off, and I was just silent because my brain started to work. I started getting angry. I literally started getting bothered, and I started getting angry at myself because I was thinking to myself, like, how impossible? Like, who can see Harpo? Who is these niggas that's got all of these money building this fucking place that I can't afford, and I've never seen a home that big in my entire life? And it just started bothering me, and it bothered my soul because I was thinking to myself, they got the same 24 hours as I have. Why can they build this and I don't have access to something like this? How am I able to exist in a world where somebody else can do something legally and I'm not able to have access to it? And I just got silent. And then my brain, after I got over my anger, my brain started to work, and I started to put stuff together, and I was thinking to myself, it's go time. That was the inspiration that I needed in order to continue to push myself. This is the message that I'm giving to y'all, and then we're going to deep dive into the show. Some of you are a big fish in a very, 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 very small pond. It looked like a hotel, Demetrius. A lot of us are big fish in very small ponds. Meaning, it's not the city that you in. It's not the location that you have. It's the people that you surround yourself by. And if you are not dreaming, if you are not going out and seeing what it is that other people is doing so that you can get the inspiration, if the way in which you measure yourself is based off of your current circumstances, right? And I got a video that I want to show y'all that illustrates something. And I like the guy that talks about the video, and we're going to get into it towards the end of the show. But if you think that you're doing okay, and that's why it's so difficult for me to compartmentalize when people say, okay, well, it's okay to make 50. It's okay to make 60. I get it. I'm not ragging on anybody that's doing it legally. All I'm saying is, why can't I have that? Why is that such a dream and it's not a reality? How come we not starting to put together the pieces? Because then I start to figure out like, hey, listen, maybe I'm looking at things wrong. Maybe I'm not as successful as I should be because I'm not putting the pieces together. Maybe I'm not tapping into my mentors. Maybe I'm not leveraging the information that I have. Some of y'all joined the Patreon because you was inspired by something that I said, but you ain't watched nan video. You ain't watched nan video. Some of y'all got access to people in your life that can give you game and you ain't never tapped into them. Some of y'all have networking opportunities and the only thing that you ever wanted was some sounds in your car and some rims on the tires. Some of y'all have access to some of the greatest people. Y'all have access to the Discord. You got access to the Patreon. You see me. You kick it with me. I come to your city. You automatically somehow, some way get sick. You didn't show up, and so your spot was taken, right? It's opportunities that's everywhere for us, but we're not starting to source through how it is that we can grasp that. And some of us, here's the other caveat to it. Some of us get a little bit of success. We get a little bit of money. We become millionaires. You start making $100,000, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. You made $500,000 in 1 year and you think you made it. Some of us become 1, 2, 3 millionaires. You might even meet Deca millionaire status, 10 or more. And you think you made it. And then that's when you start to die. That's when you start to die, because the minute that you get complacent is the minute that death starts setting in. That's when you start to die. You start doing this and you start doing this. You start executing on your descent into mediocrity. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. And when I reached my home, right? Because I drove by some of the properties that I'm building on and stuff like that. And when I reached my crib, something snapped into my mind. And it was a conversation that I had with Kevin Samuels. And he said, Anton, and every time we would get on the phone, we would talk, we would have our conversations, we would talk about the things that we inspired by, we would talk about our strategies and going forward. And when we get off the phone, he would say, nah, and I would start laughing. And he said, I know you're not going to let a 53-year-old man outwork you. I know you're not going to let a 53-year-old man outwork you, Anton. That was all I needed. Let's work. Make sure y'all hit a like for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get to it. Let me read some of these super chats, and then we're going to get it popping with the show. P. Shank is in the building, says, good morning, Anton. Good morning to you, my friend. I appreciate you for tapping in. Jimmy Andretti says, just found your content about a month ago. I'm saluting. I'm a fellow Detroiter. What up, though, to all of my fellow Detroiters in the building? I appreciate you for the 10 ball. Thank you, Jimmy. Julius Jermaine is in the building, says, I can't. Thank you for the... I talked to JR. Me and JR don't have no issues, but that's your opinion. I can't stop you from having your opinion, but I appreciate you for the super chat. Thank you, Julius Jermaine. Ash, my guy, says, AD, like you say, equal rights, equal lefts. Shout out to my dog, Ash. Jacquel PF says, why anyone would have anything negative to say about your wife? I met her at NYC meetup. She was pleasant, graceful, and exudes light from within, because some people just say crazy shit, and that's just the name of the game, right? I'll put my chick up against any of y'all hoes. Dewan Alford says, what up, though, boss man? What up, though? I'm going to have everybody outside of Detroit saying what up, though, too. Watch.
They're going to be like, hey, you from Detroit? Oh, no, I just seen Anton saying it. My dog Aaron says, nah, first date is bubble tea. Aaron also said, I chase impact, not necessarily money. I want to win a Nobel Prize in physics one day. Aaron, I want you to chase the money too. I don't want you to just get the Nobel Prize without the money. I don't want you to get the trophy without the bag, right? You know what I'm saying? O'Neal Harris says, stay humble and build. Shout out to O'Neal Harris. I appreciate you. Billanico says, morning, friends. Keep grinding. Shout out to Billanico. We appreciate you, Billanico. Thank you. Nicole Smith, Nicole A. Smith, Nicholas Smith. 312 says, good morning, Anton. Nico here. Thanks for sharing the knowledge. I appreciate you, Nico. Thank you. Plant-based trucker is in the building with the 10 ball also. Shout out to the plant-based trucker. Thank you for holding me down. And then last but not least, my dog, we going to Jupiter, says, salute, Anton. Keep up the great work. I saw the 8 things you look for in the stock in a Patreon video and emailed you to book a coaching call. Salute, Anton. Keep up the great work. I saw your 8 things you look for in a stock in a Patreon video, and I emailed you for a coaching call. Shout out to you. We going to Jupiter. I appreciate you for holding me down. Let's get into the show. Now, you know we got to get to the dumb shit before we get to the real shit, right? What's going on, ladies? Is orange the new black? I'm going to be dropping a link for y'all to be able to cam up and ask me whatever questions that you want to ask me at the end of the show. But I heard that it was an Amazon manager that got 16 years in prison. An Amazon manager that got 16 years in prison. This is what she looks like. I guess it's the lady in the lady in the yellow shirt is her. And this is her walking out of the courtroom, and she got the police around her and all of that type of stuff, right? But yeah, that's her. All right? So here's the thing. Ex-Amazon manager sentenced to 16 years in prison for $9 million in a theft scheme at Amazon. I'm always curious, right? Hey, I'm not willing to put my life on the line to go to that slammer and get the metal bracelets at all. But I'm always curious, right? When y'all risk y'all freedom for something, here's my question. Let's say you do it and you get away with it. All right? How much do you need before you say, you know what? We won. We got away with it. We didn't get caught. We hit a threshold. We got to stop now. Did y'all think that this was going to happen forever? Y'all didn't think ChatGPT and OpenAI was going to come and catch y'all eventually? You thought that you was going to keep stealing from Jeff Bezos and that was going to be the end of the conversation? Shout out to Trey05 with the fireball on Cash App. I appreciate you. I'm going to be reading these super chats shortly. What did y'all think was going to happen? You thought that you was going to be able to do this for your entire life and that Amazon was going to be paying you for the rest of your life for $9 million? Federal prosecutors said that K-Rika, you know how I feel about them You know how I feel about them Listen, my ladies, it's our mama's fault. They sit there and they named y'all whatever it is that they could find and have a at the end of it. And then they start naming y'all cars. I done known girls in my lifetime named Mercedes and Lexus and Acura. Yeah, man, I knew a chick named Acura in my lifetime, bro. I know a chick. I was just waiting to see a chick that was named Chevy. I never caught that one. I never caught a chick named Chevy. I caught a chick named Acura. And look, think about it. All of your kids is named a German car. How come all of our ex-girlfriends got German car names? Mercedes, Japanese, Lexus, Porsche. Hey, how many Porsches we know? How many Porsches do we know?
How many Porsches do we know? Mercedes, Lexus, Porsche. And it ain't a Lexus, it's Lexus. You know a chick named Chevy? Fuck. But all of these us. Okay, so Kerika Wortham, a former operations manager. That means that she had worked her Volkswagen. That means that she had worked her way up the food chain. Now, there's nothing that's more inspiring than to continue to steal more effectively. Working your way up to Asia. Okay. There's a lot of Porsches. She was an operations manager at an Amazon warehouse in Georgia and was the leader of a group that stole money from the company. Now, there's no better way for you to be able to get caught than to do your thing, with a group of people. Because all you need is one person. All you need is one person to get caught, get fucked up. They out here buying shit that they not supposed to spend. They go and find. How many of y'all know people that finance stuff off of crime? How many of y'all know people that finance something off of crime? You go and get a car note based off of your ability to be able to continue to steal from Home Depot. How many of y'all know dudes that got scat packs and is paying a car note based off of slinging crack, selling fentanyl? It's a thing. There are people within our community and our culture that is financing whatever their payments are off of the crime that they are doing. How many light bulbs you can steal from Home Depot? How many credit card schemes you can scam off? I known the champagne too. Yep, I known the champagne before. All right, so let's get into it real quick. She says her role as an operations manager, and this is according to the New York Times, at an Amazon warehouse in Georgia, Kerika had the authority to approve new vendors and their invoices. So she had a level of power. She had some power. But during her time there, federal prosecutor said she used that power in another endeavor, running a scheme by which $9.4 million was stolen from the company, money that in part Miss Wortham used to buy nearly a $1 million home nearby. She said, we got to be close to work. We don't want to get no transfers. She bought now this is an operations manager at a warehouse. She's approving invoices and vendors. She bought a $1 million home nearby along with luxury cars, including a Tesla and a motherfucking Lamborghini. Come on, man. Come on, fam. This chick bought the Guinea. It's nothing like raising a red flag than pulling up to work in a Lamborghini. Hey, y'all coming to lunch? Yeah, you pack your lunch? Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, dog, we just got done throwing them packages together. We just got done shooting them invoices over to the people. Hey, who the fuck Lamborghini? Oh, that's Kerika's. That's Kerika's in Lamborghini. Hey, didn't she buy a Tesla yesterday? She ain't got no place on that bitch yet? Yeah, man, she over here stunting. This hoe bought a 2-seater. Pulling up to work in a 2-seater to do the overnight shift. What the fuck is wrong with this hoe? On Wednesday, Ms. Wortham, 32, was sentenced by a federal judge in Atlanta. Ain't nothing like going to Atlanta. Atlanta ain't nothing but Nigeria. Atlanta is Nigeria. A bunch of Nigerian scammers and a bunch of women that got a bunch. Listen, y'all took Nigeria and you put it in Atlanta, and then you created a bunch of record labels around it. You got the highest STD rate next to Houston. You got all of the scammers as far as doing credit card scams, stealing from Amazon and all of this shit. And all of y'all are down in Atlanta fucking it up, and it ain't nothing but little Nigeria over there. Atlanta is Nigeria
for black people. You took Nigeria and you put it in Atlanta. 32 years old, driving a Lamborghini, is an operations manager approving invoices over at Amazon. Looking like this. Now, y'all tell me. Just curious. Y'all tell me. If you seen this woman as an operations manager pulling up to Amazon, worked her way up the ladder, and then she pulled up in a Lamborghini, and she's sitting in $1 million crib. Do that not say, hey, that's a red flag? I'm trying to find out what she do so I can call the police and be able to get my reward money for whatever it is that she's doing illegal. 16 years in prison after pleading guilty to one count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. You can get 16 years for one count for conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Jesus. Bless me, God. In a plot that involved 6 other people. Ms. Wortham, who was charged on September 22nd. Apparently she didn't have that bail money. She got that lawyer with them slip-ons on. Pleaded guilty in November, was ordered to pay more than $9.4 million in restitution. So basically, she gonna die broke. And her time in prison will be followed by 3 years of supervised release. United States Attorney's Office in Northern District, Georgia. Hey, have y'all noticed? Hold on, let me read this. The home that Ms. Wortham was bought with stolen money, along with several luxury vehicles, has been seized by prosecutors. Have y'all noticed that women they are holding y'all accountable like crazy now? Society is kicking y'all ass. They giving y'all football numbers like men do. They throwing y'all more numbers than men have. Yo, I know dudes that caught a body that didn't get 16 years. I know a dude that caught a body that did not get 16 years. Facts. They are executing y'all over in Singapore. They giving y'all football numbers. They letting the men kick y'all ass. They got dresses on inside of the sports. They are coming for y'all. Yo, it's not good to be a black woman right now and not have the protection of the men and then operating in your masculinity. It's not good for y'all out here. Federal prosecutor of the Northern District of Georgia said in a statement on Wednesday that Ms. Wortham had abused her position of trust at Amazon to steal. Ms. Wortham chose to represent herself in court. Oh, no. You can't buy. That's why she over here walking around with all of her documents. She walking around with all of her documents and some champion joggers and represent herself in court after she then stole over $9.4 million. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, you wanted to be a nigga. You wanted to be out here doing what you do. You said you didn't need no man. She didn't even go and get a slip-on shoe lawyer. This hoe represented herself in court. Oh, my God. They said, not only are you going to waste the court's time, you're going to waste the taxpayer money. You stole all of that money from Amazon, and you decided that you wanted to go and present yourself in court. You walking around. Look, my wife got one of those little bag things at the bottom of the thing. She used it to bring the groceries up when she go to the store. Because she jump in the elevator of the building and then she bring the groceries up. She walked in with a whole bunch of new plates and glasses the other day, and she had bronze. She said, honey, do you like our new silverware? She had fucking bronze silverware. I said, I know you didn't just bring bronze silverware into this house. My wife brought bronze silverware into this house. This foolish hoe decided that she wanted to represent herself in court after stealing $9 million. That's the same thing that the dope men do. They ain't got no bail money. They ain't got no lawyer money. They ain't got no get out money. And this hoe decided that she wanted to represent herself in court. Oh, my God. That's how she. Now we know. I was trying to figure out how she got 16 years. 16 years. 16 years. And at the end of that sentence, found out it wasn't his. All right, let's continue. According to the court document, she chose to represent herself in court. A lawyer who served as a standby counsel for her said in the email on Thursday that the sentence was greater than necessary. Well, that's what the fuck you get when you don't get. I swear to God that she brought in brown silverware. I don't know if it was gold or was it bronze. Let me find out. I promise you, she brought in some bronze silverware. Pick up your phone. Don't start sending me the voicemail now.
Hello?
Hey, what kind of silverware was that? Was that gold or bronze? What kind of silverware was that? Copper?
It's like a rose gold kind of.
Get off my phone.
What? What's wrong?
This hoe bought rose gold plated silverware. It was like, you not got new silverware? It's like, our food don't taste different. I'm hoping that that's just the color of it. Like that was just I swear to God, I'm hoping that it wasn't like real rose gold silverware. I'm like, why is there so few of them? Why do we only have a few of them? Is it real rose gold? I'm throwing away everything. I feel like we need to upgrade in the house. I said, how much you spend? I promised to God, I said it to her. I said, how much you spend? She was like, oh, don't worry about it. And then she gonna hit me with this. Look, this is what she gonna do to me. I said, honestly, I said, how much did you spend? She was like, I can't hear you. I'm on the phone right now. I said, you hear me? On everything, on my father's life, on my daughter's life. I said, hey, how much did you spend? On everything. I swear to God. I said, on everything. How much you spent? She was like, oh, I can't hear you right now. I said, you ain't even got no AirPod in that ear. It's in the other ear. How you didn't hear me? She just started laughing. That's how you know when she did something wrong. I don't know. I wasn't calculating. I seen it and I was thinking to myself, I had to have that. I was eating on my plastic. Fucking turkey tacos. This is fucking turkey taco shit. What is turkey tacos? Honey, you need to be healthier. Anyways. So she had a lawyer on standby. Amazon declined to comment. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to be reading that shortly. From August 2020 to March 2022, Ms. Wortham worked at an Amazon. So she did 9 M's in less than 2 years. From August 2020 to March 2022, she did 9.4 million in less than 2 years. Jesus, they was running that shit up. In an Atlanta suburb, starting in January 2022, prosecutors said, so in January 2022, Ms. Wortham told unknowing subordinates to input false vendor information. Oh, wait a minute. She ran this up from January to March. In 3 months? In 3 months? Dog, don't tell me you ran up 9.4 M's in 3 months. All right, listen. She said, starting in January 2022, unknowing subordinates she told unknowing, so the people didn't even know it. Unknowing subordinates to input false vendor information into the Amazon system. Ms. Wortham would then approve the fake vendors and, along with others involved in the plot, file fake invoices to Amazon, according to charging documents. Then Ms. Wortham would approve the phony invoices, transferring money to bank accounts that she and her co-conspirators controlled. So they was in your name. In 3 months, you then started to go on. You bought a Tesla, $1 million home, and a Lamborghini. In 3 months, you bought a Tesla, $1 million home, and a Lamborghini. And I bet you she got some fake hair. Ms. Wortham was helped in the scheme by Brittany Hudson. Shout out to Brittany Hudson of Atlanta, who owned a business contracted by Amazon to deliver packages and who was in a relationship. Oh, and you was bumping uglies? This kid. Oh, you was bumping uglies with Brittany Hudson. She said, if you're going to get this money with me, you also going to have to give me that honey. So they got money together. They was bumping uglies. Hey, what the fuck is that? Like, do y'all rub up against each other real hard? Do y'all get like in an X and a diagonal? Like your legs like this and her legs like this, and y'all start bumping uglies like this? What the fuck is this? They contend that Ms. Hudson helped Ms. Wortham submit fake invoices to Amazon that was worth millions of dollars. Together, they used the stolen money to buy a 5-bedroom home in Smyrna, just miles away from the Amazon warehouse for nearly $1 million, along with a Lamborghini, a Tesla, a Porsche Panamera, a Kawasaki motorcycle, and a Dodge Durango SUV. One thing about niggas, boy, especially about nigga chicks. One thing about niggas, boy, especially the ones that bump uglies, I'm fucking telling you, they love cars. They love cars. They went and got the Hood Rat starter kit. The Durango SUV, they started with that one. Porsche Panamera, Kawasaki motorcycle, Lamborghini, and a Tesla. They also bought expensive jewelry with the stolen money. Hold on. After Ms. Wortham left Amazon in March 22, the scheme continued. So she said, listen, we got a hot 3 months. We going to run this shit up and we getting the fuck up out of here. They didn't wire it over to Switzerland. They ain't do none of that. She ran that shit up and then she quit in March 2022. In January, while out on bond, Ms. Wortham and Ms. Hudson were working with a franchising company trying to open up a hookah lounge. So they said, we're going to invest our money now. And we're going to invest in a hookah lounge. Working with a franchise company to open up a hookah lounge, when the company asked them about the charges related to the Amazon case, Ms. Wortham and Ms. Hudson sent the company forged documents indicating that charges had been dismissed in the case, according to prosecutors. They still making up false documents. Bonds was revoked, and then the authorities learned about the forgery. Last month, Ms. Hudson was indicted on federal grand jury of conspiracy, wire fraud, money laundering charges in the Amazon case. She and Ms. Wortham was also charged with forgery in connection with the effort to claim that charges in the Amazon case had been dismissed. A lawyer for Ms. Hudson did not immediately respond to comments because she was her own lawyer. There was Ms. Wortham and Ms. Hudson was assisted in the Amazon scheme by Demetrius. We know it's going to be a black man in there. Meechy. Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech. Huh. Meechy Hines, who worked in loss prevention for Amazon, and LaQuita Blanchard. I told you, it's always an A. Women with A's in their name have a higher probability of scheming, stealing, and setting you up. That is a fact. Now, this is not according to blackdemographics.com. This is not according to any stats. This is just my own personal research. Women with the A in their name have a higher probability to be convinced to do something that's not in their own best interest. That is my own personal stats. Okay? LaQuisha decided that she wanted to put her job in loss prevention in order to join, what's the original chick's name? What was her name? Karika. And so they all can bump uglies, and then they went and got Big Meech to run the numbers up for them. And then they all decided to represent themselves in court. Jesus Christ. So shout out to LaQuita. I'm telling you, man, women with an A in the back of their name. I'm not saying it's all, but I'm saying it's a lot of y'all. Women with the A's at the end of their name, black women with A's at the end of their names, it's a strong possibility that they will do something that's not in their own best interest. Oh, you got 3 A's in your name. Okay, Messi, I knew it. I knew it was something about you that I liked about you. You one of them ghetto girls. Ghetto chicks. Yeah. I see you, Messy. That's why you don't want to tell me your name, your real name. I'm going to find out. Ms. Hines and Blanchard gave Ms. Wortham, Mr. Hines and Blanchard gave Ms. Wortham and names and social security numbers that was used to create the phony vendor accounts, according to the prosecutors. Oh, they had a whole crime spree out here. Mr. Hines bought stolen personal information from Jaquan. Shout out to Jaquan, Laquitia, Canarica, Jaquan, and Big Meech was over there running that shit up. Jesus Christ. Talk about a Friday for you. I wasn't expecting all of this in the story. I just seen y'all send it to me in my email. I didn't know it was going to be this burden. Shout out to Tay Biz and Executive Suite MLE. I'm going to read those super chats shortly. So, Jaquan. Shout out to Jaquan. Young boy said Rita got to add her in. Yeah, Rita's ghetto too. I just refined her. I just took her. I softened out them soft edges. I said, Rita, you not going to be out here doing shit that's not in your own best interest. Let me get you in there. They have a high probability, but it doesn't mean that you can't fix them, all right? So Rita was my project. I decided to take her in. I made her a refined woman, and then we continued to push forward. But Jaquan Frazier was using stolen personal information. Mr. Hines pleaded guilty to wire fraud in November last month. Ms. Blanchard pleaded guilty to wire fraud conspiracy. Ms. Frazier pleaded guilty to misprison of a felony or acting to conceal a felony from authorities. They all will be sentenced at a later date, the rest of them, but I know they seeing them 16 years and they like, yo, this shit is looking bad for all of us. Lawyers for the three did not immediately respond. Two have been charged in an Amazon theft scheme. Their cases are still pending. And that's the end of it. So Jaquan, Big Meech, Laquita, and Catarica all decided that they was going to run up a check and bust down a bag. I know it's a Quintavious in there, Rumothy. I know it's a Cantavius in their room at these somewhere, but this is what y'all doing. So listen, crime does not pay. Crime does not pay. And they are not treating y'all with kid gloves anymore, ladies. They are throwing the book at y'all, okay? So I just want y'all to remember that. Let me read the super chats, and then we're going to continue on with the show. Thank y'all for holding me down. Trust the Journey says, do you have a video inside the Patreon talking about investments we should look into? I'm saving up money for another coaching call. I need to get this 5-year plan rolling with the homies. I try not to tell people what to invest in, especially because that stuff is so time sensitive. So the things that's meaningful to you or the companies that you want to research and to invest in today, the dynamic may be completely different than tomorrow. But what I do have in the Patreon is a video for the 8 things that I look for when I'm looking to invest in a company specifically. So you can check that out. I also am looking to do more live streams inside of the Patreon to be able to vet through and vent and look at all of the different things that y'all are looking to do from a business perspective. So let me know. So make sure y'all tap into that Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Thank you for that super chat. Trust the Journey. I appreciate you. Bam Bam Lynch says, the Fleece interview was amazing. And he wants you. I didn't release that to the rest of the people. Bam Bam Lynch. I didn't release that to the rest of the people. Bam Bam Lynch. So everybody don't know that Fleece said, yo, I wants you and I got to have you. I said, oh. I was looking around. I started scanning the room with my left eye. I had still have my right eye on Fleece. He said, what color is your eyes, bro? I thought he was just looking at my eye because I was looking cross-eyed. I said, brown. He said, that's my favorite color. He says, you think you got a nice shape? I start catching on then. This is the honest to God truth. The full interview is inside of the Patreon. He said, you think you got a nice shape? He said, I was looking at you when we was walking in to do the interview. I said, my butt started getting a little bit more clenched My legs crossed a little bit more. I got a little bit more prompt up. Listen, it's the crab theory. If any of you have ever read the 12 Rules for Life inside of Jordan Peterson's book, it's the crab theory. So when you boss up a little bit more, hopefully it can start to, deter whoever the possible proposition is. He said, "You think you got a nice shape?" I said, "Nah, I don't really think so. I don't think I got a nice shape." He says, I said, "Nah, I don't think I got a nice shape." He said, "That's just because you ain't got enough confidence." What you think? He was like, "What?" He said, "You think I can help you with your confidence? What do you think would happen if we was like locked up together? You think I can help you with your confidence?" I was like, so shout out to everybody that's seen the full interview inside of the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. In addition to all of the game that we give, I do release all of the uncensored interviews inside of the Patreon. So it's a ton of great content in there, both new and old. So make sure y'all, Miss Joy said, "I pray you not waist training." Oh, you got to be able to joke on yourself, bro. You got to be able to joke on yourself, right? Shout out to Messi. I'm sorry. I have fun on the show. I got to interact with the audience. Cliff Williams says, "Juan Guan, bro, I'm feeling blessed today. God bless you, Cliff. You are my guy." J Hub says, "Amazon Hush Puppy." She ran that fucking check up. Shout out to Quanisha and Laquita, whatever their names was. Chris, my dog, says, "Good morning, people. I miss the days when criminals didn't snitch on themselves, especially for the gram. Not too much on Nigeria, Anton." Shout out to my dog, Chris. Persevere Data TV is in the building, says, "So you want to be a gangster." Felice is not taking my cornbread. I see that super chat. I'm going to get to it, J-Hub. Oh, y'all think y'all funny today, huh? Y'all got jokes today, huh? T. Sam is in the building, says, "That's what she gets. You got this. You wise. You's kind. You strong. You's independent." Shout out to my dog T. Sam. I appreciate you. Time Out says, "But Anton, it's black man's fault that she stole all of that money according to Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar ain't gonna never be able to live that down. He ain't never gonna be able to live that down. Oh my fucking God." Shout out to Lifestyle Enthusiast, says, "Peace, love, and blessings, Big Unk. Talk to you tomorrow." Yes, you were able to bully me into bullying Rita into getting you a coaching call. Congratulations. Congratulations, Lifestyle Enthusiast. I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. Persevere Data TV says, "The money too loud. Rita couldn't hear you." She gonna act like she ain't know what I was saying. And then gonna bust out laughing. "You need anything? You want me to warm your shower up?" Oh, don't come in here talking about you want me to warm anything up. Jamal Fowler says, "Good day, Anton." Good day to you too, my friend. Stephen Baker is in the building. Stephen, my boy, says, "For your information, ATL and Houston aren't in the top 25 of STDs. Just want to have you the facts, my brother. I work in the field. Y'all protect yourselves out there." This is what I know for sure. Hold on. This is what I know for sure. I'm going to tell you what I seen. This is what the researchers that I was looking at said, according to Essence. Now, Essence could be wrong. And the author of this article, Rachel Davis, this is what I've seen. I'm going to tell you what I see. Because I do my research too. All right. Now, I understand that you're in the field. I understand that you're an expert. But this is what I've seen, Stephen Baker. Let me show you. The AIDS infection rate in Atlanta has taken an alarming turn for the worse, according to the latest research reports. I can link the research reports. It says developing countries around the world have struggled to get HIV and AIDS epidemic plaguing their communities under control for decades now. And the new statistics suggest that Atlanta is facing an equally dire situation. And then it goes on to detail all of the things that I want to go through the report because it's not a part of the show. But according to the research that I've been looking at, the STDs in the Atlanta and its metro area rivals that of a third world country, according to the data. So I could be wrong. The reports could be wrong. I understand that you are in the field and you're doing the work, but for some reason, they keep telling us in the reports and all of the latest research that Atlanta is fucked up and y'all over there bumping uglies and doing a scissor kick together. So if it's wrong, then blame the research reports. So that's just what I've been reading. But I appreciate you. Thank you, my dog, Steven. I appreciate you. I'm technically, Tim says, they playing rock, paper, scissors, OG. Rob says, bumping uglies, more like E-session. Executive Suite MLE is in the building, says she stole millions and bought luxury cars, and then she got her liquor license. I heard they paying for gas with hotel key scammers. Shout out to my dog, Executive Suite MLE in the building. Tay Biz TV says, take your drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you'll rinse it. And y'all still taking advice from Jay-Z. Still fucking taking advice from Jay-Z. God bless y'all. Kosher Clinician, my guy. For the research and interviews, good work, brother. Thank you, Kosher Clinician. Make sure y'all go and check out Kosher Clinician's YouTube channel. He is a very good content creator. I love you, Kosher. Thank you for rocking out with me, my friend. Electrician 480 says, salute, Anton. What up to Electrician 480? I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Persevere Data TV says, shame they couldn't help. They could have helped raise money for the FDBMG, ABCDFG, Umar Johnson School of Legendary People. I agree. J Hub says, Fleece gonna eat your corn. Fleece ain't gonna eat my cornbread. Fleece ain't taking my cornbread. We would have been in there fighting. Shen C says, white collar crime definitely not our strong point. Good white folk definitely running up to 9 mil in a few months. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. O'Neal Harris says, deliberate act of concealing a felony. Bam Bam Lynch is in the building, says, Earl lost, but them Amazon workers are on strap season. Shout out to Bam Bam Lynch. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody that's supporting the platform and contributing into what it is that we're doing. We're going to be reading Super Chats again. I'm about to drop the link in the description for y'all to be able to cam up and say whatever it is that y'all want to say. But before we get into that, shout out to the employees at 7-Eleven. They said, we're not having that shit. What up, Q? Hold on. Let me give a special. Q is in the building, said TGIF. We are trying to prevent Q from going on vacation on Mondays. I said, Q, you can go on vacation from Tuesday through Sunday. Mondays is off limits because you are doing incredible numbers. Hey, can we get a round of applause for Q? My girl, Island Girl Q, is regularly doing 30,000. 30,000. She is fucking shutting down conversations, competition, and that ain't even including the clips or nothing like that. Q was over here running up the numbers. I said, Q, you too valuable for me. I can't have you out here on vacation on Monday nights. I can't have you on vacation on Monday nights. I need you on vacation on Tuesday through Sunday. Tuesday through Sunday, I want you back in your office, back in your studio on Monday, and then I'll pay for you to fly back out on Tuesday again, but I won't want you on the regular on Monday night. Shout out to my girl Q. I appreciate you in the building. Thank you for gracing us with your presence. Let's continue on with the show. Have y'all heard about these employees that's kicking ass in 7-Eleven? They said we're not having that. I remember a time where thieves were considered the scum of the earth. Thieves were considered the scum of the earth. Now is much, much different because we love it. We hang with them. We spend an extraordinary amount of time with them. We celebrate them. We got free Ray Ray on our t-shirts. Just because they black, we're going to continue to say peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Thieves at one time were the scum of the earth, and now we validated. But over in California, even though the governor said, listen, y'all can take whatever y'all want when y'all want it, the store owner said that we going to fight back and you're not taking my shit.
This is not good, bro. I'm telling you. This is not good.
Hey, let me get a swisher though. Can I get a stripper?
Hey, look how belligerent this dude is. Think about it. When you got the type of balls, shout out to the super chats, I'll be reading those shortly. When you got the type of balls to where you go and get a whole trash can and you put the trash bag in there, and then you walk up in somebody else's shit and you start taking cigarettes and you said, listen, I'm about to take your stuff and it ain't nothing that you can do about it because not only do the law protect me, I'm not going to jail. I'm not going to jail. And he starts squaring up on a nigga like, what's up though? What up? I dare you. I dare you to run up on me. And he starts squaring up on a dude. Okay.
Hey, can I get a swisher? Let me get a swisher.
You know what I just realized? Y'all know what I just realized? He is, hold on. This man is behind the counter. Yes. This man is behind the counter. Do y'all realize that? Do you realize that this man is behind the counter? That's crazy. That is absolutely insane. He's behind the counter. He's not even out here stealing regularly. He's stealing egregiously. He jumped behind the counter and brought the trash can and said, I'm taking where all of the cigarettes in the because I just realized it by looking at the whatever that is. That's crazy, bro.
Back up. Put a gun on this.
And he said, I'm going to square up with you.
There's nothing you can do. But it's nothing you can do. It's like they're not going to do nothing. You just have to just claim you have insurance. You have insurance?
Don't talk to me about no insurance.
Does you have insurance? No, it hurts you.
That's crazy.
Nothing you can do though. There's nothing you can do, man. Until you call police. Ain't nothing you can do, man, until police come in.
That's crazy, man. That is insane to think that somebody can just come in and take your stuff. And that's the end of the conversation. To think that somebody can take your stuff and that's the end of the conversation, I can't believe it. I'm not going there. I don't believe it.
Hey, don't. Hey, ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
No, get this L. Woo. Woo. Hold him. Hold him. Yeah. Get him. Get that nigga a whooping. Yo, if y'all got more whoopings when y'all was younger, y'all wouldn't be so compelled to just walk in and steal on people. If y'all got more whoopings when y'all was younger, you wouldn't be so compelled to feel like you can just steal from people. Why do y'all feel like y'all can just steal from people and that's the end of the conversation? Why do y'all feel like y'all can steal from people and that's the end of the conversation? I don't understand that. I'm okay with this. I don't have a problem with what's happening right here at all. Beat the shit out that motherfucker. Yo, he hitting him with the rod of God right now. He is hitting that man with the rod of Jesus. I believe that Jesus is in that swing. I believe that Jesus is in that swing. Let me rewind it real quick to see how they got at him. How he was doing.
Hey, don't. Hey, ain't nothing you can do, man. Don't do that. Don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Oh, Jesus. Where that fucking stick come from? Giving him the whooping that his daddy never gave him. Said you ain't have a daddy in your life, you gonna have one today. Beat that ass. I'm with that.
It's okay. Okay, brother.
Hey, you know that whooping hurt. This is an old school whooping right here because this reminds me of when you used to get a whooping as a kid. See, when I used to get a whooping as a kid, it was a little bit different because my mom would say, "Don't move. If you make a bunch of noise or you start moving, you're gonna get extra. Please don't piss me off, and you better not make me hit myself." Right? And so ultimately, if you got enough licks, you're going to be all over that flow anyway. Like, you're going to be acting like you dying. It's going to be. And then if you look at the position that he in right now, he got his foot up like this, right? He got his foot up like this, and that's to try to block the belt. So your foot getting whooped the fuck off, right? Your foot is going to get whooped the fuck off because you're trying to block the belt. And so every time that she hit, either you do like this or you doing like this with your foot. That's an old school motherfucking whooping that they giving him right now. That is an old school whooping that I'm having flashbacks right now. I'm having flashbacks right now by looking at this goddamn whooping. And he got his butt crack out. A man is not working hard on his craft if he don't have his butt crack out. Ladies, when you see a man and he's taking care of business, whether he giving somebody a whooping or if he's over here doing his job, if he's sweating and he's taking care of business and he got his butt crack out, that man working. Don't criticize a man that got his ass out if he not just sagging his pants on some G shit. That man is working. I'm all for whoopings.
Okay.
Ain't no okay. Yeah, kick that ass. Woo! He putting it in. He putting everything he got into that.
It's okay. Okay, brother. Okay.
Nope. I'm gonna beat that Timberland off of you. Hey, he beating the brakes off of this nigga so bad. Yo, I haven't seen a whooping like this in a long time. He beating the brakes off of that boy so bad. You know how you know you getting a good one? You know how you know you getting a whooping is when they start talking on the downward slope of the swing. I told you to shut your ass up in school and stop talking to your teacher like you ain't got no home training. What did I tell you if they're embarrassing you and your daddy is working all hard every day and going to work and providing and I cook and I clean and I fucking do your homework and we in here praying for you in church and you just gonna go in school and you just gonna act a fool. Oh, so you want to be like all of the rest of the kids in there and you want to go to jail. You ignorant. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. You done made me hit myself. So you gonna move? You ain't got no sense. You think you tough? Oh, you gonna buck up against me? Oh, you big now, huh? Oh, you big now, huh? Oh, you ain't taking no more whoopings. Okay. Boy, I'm telling you, when you start giving somebody that good whooping and you talking to them on a downward slope of the whoop, it's different. It hit different. The devil be gone. The devil is gone. Listen, I don't know if some of y'all was raised in the Pentecostal church, but it was a little bit different for us. I don't know if y'all was raised in the Pentecostal church, but it was a little bit different from us. We used to be asked, is the devil gone? Now, no matter what the answer you gave was, it was never going to be good enough. So the devil was never really gone in their eyes, but the devil is gone. Is the devil gone yet? Be so sweet-spirited when you get done with that whoop, got lashes all over you. Is the devil gone yet? I don't know if anybody else has ever experienced this, but I remember being asked, is the devil gone? That shit. He's one step away from being asked, is the devil gone? Woo! Woo! Beat that ass.
Call whooping your ass. Whoop him! Get him! Okay. You done? Yeah, I'm done. Are you done?
No, he ain't done yet.
Now go.
I'm gonna go.
Go.
I'm gonna let me go.
Go.
No.
Go.
You can't.
Go. Hey, let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go.
That's enough.
That's enough. Hey, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
No, he needs some more whoopings.
Okay.
Get that ass.
Hey, okay. No more. No more. No more.
No, stop stealing in my goddamn store. You gonna stop stealing in my store. Y'all gonna get enough of walking in here and just walking behind the counter and just taking cigarettes and shit. Sick of it. I'm sick of it.
It's okay. Let him go. Just let him go. Hey, you go. Go. You want to go? Let's go. Let's go. You want police to get him? You want to call police to get him?
Please let me go by my legs.
Police to get him? Okay. You want police to get him? Okay. They're coming? You hold him till
He
the police
whooped him
come
for
there.
every business owner in California.
You call police? You call police.
I would have checked his pockets
call
too while
police?
we was at it.
You call, if you don't call police, let him go.
And then
You wanna
leave the
let him go?
goddamn trash can.
He doesn't have a-
I'd have gave him a pack of cigarettes just to go with him. I would have gave him. Now, let me tell you what black people gonna do. Black people will come through and say, oh, no. This was abuse and we need to protest. Listen, I fully expect to see Black Lives Matter show up at any point now. I fully expect to see Black Lives Matter show up at any point now. At any point, I'm very much expecting to see Al Sharpton, Black Lives Matters, and all of the above join in and have a conversation about what it is that we need to do in order to protest. I'm expecting to see Black Lives Matter at any point now. Seriously. I'm expecting to see Black Lives Matter at some point. I think that they'll show up. I think that the people is going to protest. I think that it's going to be a situation. That's what I think is going to happen. I do. I just dropped the link in the chat for anybody that want to be able to come up and ask a question about anything or anything like that. You are more than welcome to do so. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat. And then I'm going to be reading super chats shortly. Anybody that have a comment or anything that they want to say, if you want to join the live stream, you are more than welcome to do so. I just dropped the link in the chat. Let's see the rest of this video real quick.
He doesn't have a gun. He's lying. He's lying. He doesn't have a gun. You don't have a gun. You have a gun? Do you have a gun? No. He's lying. Let's let him go. Come on.
Check his pockets first. Don't just let him go. Check his pockets. Make sure he ain't got no gun.
Okay, no more.
And they're fucking up the cigarettes in the skull.
Come here, right? No more come and do that, right? Please, brother, please. I'm your brother, right? No more do this, okay?
I got you.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. No, let him go.
No, please.
Please, no, bro.
I'd have drug him out.
He owe you a lot of money?
How many on
He owe you a lot of money? Do he owe you a lot of money? He owe you a lot of money? Let him go. Please let him go. Come on.
I can't walk.
No, you can. Let's go. You better walk tonight.
I can't.
You better walk tonight.
Oh, for some reason you was able to get up.
Let's go. Don't come back here no more. Okay.
For some reason he was able to get up.
Okay? Don't do that, okay? They shoot you.
Bro, can I get a soda? Please.
Did he just ask for a soda? Wait. Hold on. Let me rewind this real quick. No, he didn't just ask for a soda.
Don't do that, okay? They shoot you.
Bro, can I get a soda? Please.
Man, what kind of shit with me and you do this so? No. Okay? Get the fuck down.
Did my man just say, can I get a soda? He ain't get whooped enough. That whooping was not good enough. They did not give all that they had in order to be able to get this man. This man just said, can I get a soda? You ain't even asked for no water. You asked for something that was going to dehydrate you. What the fuck are we doing here? Let me get some of y'all up here. I'm curious as to what it is that y'all think out here in these streets. Let me start with Antonio. I'm going to get Antonio up in here. What's up, Ant?
What's up? What's going on?
How you feel, my friend?
I'm feeling great.
What's your thoughts, bro?
I'm just, popping in on live stream and I see what's going on. And I absolutely believe that what should have happened. And I would say if more people in the United States got a ass whooping like this, we can go ahead and shut down about 80% of the prison.
They say that this is abuse and we shouldn't be doing this.
Some people call it abuse, some people call it whatever they think it is. I believe that growing up,
I'm coming to you next, Jason.
Rod. Yeah, you definitely need that rod. Don't spare the rod.
I believe so, bro. I think it's important for us to continue to put the rod of God on people. I got whoopings when I was younger. It very much helped me. I am blessed as a result of it. I think that we need to give more people whoopings.
I'm telling you, if everybody got a whooping like this, 80% of the prisons will be shut down.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, Ant.
All right, no problem.
My guy, Jason. Jason, can you hear me? Jason, you frozen. You frozen, Jason. I'm going to come back to you, Jason. I'm going to come back to you, big dog, when you get unfrozen. Let me see who else we got here. We got a few people. I'm going to get my dog, Cliff. Cliff has experienced some very interesting times. Cliff, what is your thoughts right now?
Yo, beat them senseless. The fact that he asked for a soda, he didn't get enough, man. He should have got some more. He didn't get enough. Hey,
Cliff.
Let me tell you a quick story, right? So two of my cousins and one of my best friend back home, we're walking home and we see this guy. My dad owns an apartment complex. We see this guy right next to one of the tenants' cars. So we go into the yard now and we approach him and he's like, yo, what are you doing here? And he's like, oh, I'm just here picking up some leaves for the gardener. So I'm like, what's the gardener's name? And he didn't know the gardener's name, man. So, yo, all four of us start stomping the fuck out of this guy.
Man, I don't like thieves. I don't like thieves.
Let me finish. So I went and grabbed a golf club. We're beating the shit out of this guy. So we're done now. We're like, yo, get the fuck out of the yard. He's like, okay, you open the gate, please. And we're like, bitch, jump the fence. You didn't come through the gate. So he's struggling to get over the gate. I kick him in his fucking ass. He flies over the gate. Yo, tell me that this guy looks up and sees that he's on the other side of the fence. Yo, this motherfucker gets up and sprints like Usain Bolt.
I think that we need to bring. I think we need to take things back into our own hands, man.
Yo, beat
I
the fuck
genuinely
out of
do.
them. I don't like teeth.
I don't like it. I don't like it either. I don't, bro. But I think that we've enabled a culture that feel comfortable with it, and so everybody is able to do whatever it is that they want to do now.
Yeah, not me. Not me, man. You come around me with that shit, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And then you gotta fuck off and go fix it.
I appreciate you, Cliff. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, man. Respect, bro. You have a good one.
I'm gonna come to Jamil, then Jason, then I'm coming to Jamal. Let me see. Mill. What up, Mill? Oh shit.
What's going on, man?
Let me put my hands behind my back. What up, Jamil? What's
Man,
the word,
big time supporter. Big time supporter.
Jamil, wait. First of all, you're not gonna be coming on my show with the good fucking hair, with the 5 o'clock shadow.
Yo,
the ladies about to have you doing the Kendrick cam up here, Jamil. What's happening, bro?
Yo, no, my man, I'm good.
See, y'all fucked up. See, now he didn't show, but you know what's gonna happen though, Jamil.
What's up?
When you show that you're married, it invites more women.
Dang, you're right, man. You're right. But look, Anton, big time supporter, man. I really appreciate what you're doing. I saw that video. I actually showed it to my team earlier when I started the shift, and man, we were cracking up. Cracking up. And I'll tell you what, man.
Bro.
Honestly, this is what I'll say, man. I feel like people are sick and tired of the lawlessness, and people are starting to take things into their own hands. We're seeing that. I'm in Canada right now. We're seeing that even out here, right? Because police officers, we have our hands. Yeah, we have our hands tied behind our back to a degree. You can barely take, like, people don't go to jail anymore out here, man. It's crazy. Like, you could just say,
wait. Is Canada liberal like that?
Listen, you think it's bad out in the States? It's bad, man. And there's just no repercussion or any recourse for people's bad decisions. So just say you get someone in a pickup truck stolen, a $100,000 pickup truck. You give them a piece of paper saying, here's your court date. Have a nice day. It's bad, man. And people are starting to take, yeah. People are starting to take things into their own hands. And that guy that got beat, man, he got beat like it was the weight of every single criminal that guy felt in those beatings that he got.
Was that liberal in Canada like that?
Yeah, it's bad. It's very, very liberal. So
do you as a police officer and does your team feel kind of helpless as far as being able to do your job more effectively, considering all of the different stuff that the hoops that y'all got to go through in order to even deal with some of this stuff?
It's demoralizing. I'll be honest with you. It is demoralizing. But, every day I come to work, I just try to stay positive, try to make a difference, make a change the best way that I can, and try to inspire and motivate the people to, at the end of the day, man, I think law enforcement is a noble vocation. And that's the thing that keeps the good cops coming to work every day to try to make a difference. But it's like a revolving door, unfortunately.
What about, dang, I didn't know it was that liberal over there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't want to ask you what part of Canada you in or anything like that because I don't want to.
I appreciate that. And all of that. I'm in the West, though. I'm in the West. They're a little bit more conservative in the West.
What about the sentiment of the people towards police officers, right? Because I know here in a lot of these cities in America, it's like a negative disposition. Whereas me personally, I'm appreciative. Well, you already know that. You tune into the show. I'm appreciative of, people that put their lives on the line is going to be the first people that I call when it comes to any issues or problems that I have, whether it's a domestic dispute or, something that's happened within my neighborhood. What is the general sentiment, in your opinion, of how people see police officers over where you at?
Well, in the west of Canada, it's a bit better than out east, say in Toronto or the more liberal parts of Canada. However, there is a lot of spillover from some of the issues that are happening in the States. So for the most part, I'll be honest with you, we do have support out here, but it has decreased in the last several years.
Support has decreased in the last several years?
Say it again?
You said support has decreased in the last several years?
Yeah, what I've noticed is that support has decreased, but there is a core group of people that do support public safety and law enforcement. So we do have good support in the West, probably the best in all of Canada.
That's crazy. That's insane, man. So if y'all are going through that, because Canada doesn't even have that many people, to be honest with you.
It's true.
For it to be as large of a country as it is, it doesn't have as many people. It's not as dense as maybe the United States is and stuff like that. So it would seem as though you guys would be a lot more conservative because you don't have, it's not as dense within certain areas. But I guess that's not the case. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. You know, I've been doing it for 9 years so far. And, you know, a lot of people, they get burnt out, and it's because it's the revolving door. Like sometimes it seems like your work is meaningless because your hands are tied in the way that they are. But, you know, anyways, man, I want to say this. Thank you for what you do. Keep on spitting truth. Keeping you lifted, and you and the family, and God bless you. All right.
Hey, tell the fellas in there I said what's going on. We appreciate them. Even though y'all in another country, we still brothers, man. I think that y'all do some phenomenal work. I think that y'all awesome. Hey, man, don't be coming on here with good teeth and good hair no more, because then you won't be over here taking out my audience. All right?
Yo, you're good, man. I appreciate that, brother. You take care. Stay safe.
I appreciate you, bro.
Bye.
Jamil gonna come in here and try to hijack my show with all of that strong jaw, good hair, and great teeth. And then gonna have a 5 o'clock shadow talking about, do you know why you've been pulled over? Ma'am, do you know why you've been pulled over? Shout out to my dog Jamil out there in Canada doing the work. I appreciate you. Let me get my guy Jason up here next. What up, Jason?
Oh, what's up, man? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, my friend?
Oh, that video got me cracking up, bro. I mean, sometimes when I look back, when I got a beating, like I would put up my legs because like I would want to block the hits. That's kind of what happened when I saw the video.
They think that only happens in the black community. They don't think that it happens in the Asian community, my friend.
No, the Asians they do it worse, bro. They do it worse. They got metal bats, bro. Metal bats.
Really?
And they just swing like they don't care, man. It's crazy.
So wait a minute, that level of discipline also comes from within the Asian community, because I'm familiar with you, right? You know, I'm familiar with your background and stuff like that, and you do have a level of discipline and everything like that. But that discipline also comes with physical consequences also when y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do.
No, it's a degree of of course it's discipline, but it's also accountability. Because they expect you, like my parents expected a certain level of housework to be done, and a certain level of duty, because my mom and dad, they always told me we each had a role to play, and my role was to study, get good grades, and be a good family member in my society and in my family. And like whenever that got out of line, like the metal bat, the wooden broom came out, and it was just relentless, bro. And she'll call it the whooping of love, you know. Like she'll call it, yo, I'm whooping you because I love you, and
yeah, we got the
I want to
same
discipline
thing.
you, put you on the right path.
We got the same thing.
So that guy, yeah, like that Indian guy, he was just giving love to that black guy, bro. It was just love.
He didn't give him enough love because he asked for a soda afterwards. I don't think he gave him enough love.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't. Man. Jason, I appreciate you for tapping in with me, my friend.
Yeah, man. I always appreciate you, Anton.
All right, my friend. I'm gonna talk to you.
I love what you do, bro. Thank you.
Jamal, I'm bringing you up next, big dog, and I'm gonna go to Ty. What up, Jamal?
How are you?
I'm doing well. What's your thoughts?
I think he should be in ICU.
Who? Oh, you think he should have beat him until he was in ICU?
The dude. Yeah.
I agree with you.
Because, you know, how you get your ass whooped and say, I want a soda right after? I didn't do that. I got my ass whooped and I had to go to bed.
I agree with you. I think that the fact that he was able to walk away was probably too light for him, and the fact that he didn't even feel any consequences that came along with it. I think that he should have been held accountable even more.
Yeah, because in other countries like Saudi Arabia and Singapore, you're not getting off that easy.
Oh, Singapore just executed the first woman that they've executed in 20 years for drug crimes. Singapore just executed the first woman that they've executed in over 20 years for drug crimes. That is a thing, bro.
So America is real light when it comes to crime. And he should have got more than that. They should have stomped his ass out, but I digress.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I agree 100%. And it's funny because we become so weak and liberal and telling people how it is that they need to raise their kids, and criminals can do whatever it is that they want to do, and you can put your life savings and everything into building something, and they can just come and tear your shit up and take your shit, and that's just the end of the conversation.
Because at first, had this been the old me, I'm like, nah, Anton, I don't agree. But now this new refined me.
What was the old you? Why the old you would have believed that?
The old me, I was, pro-black. I was the guy, I was anti-establishment. I was that, that guy, the black man this, the black man that. And since I've grown out of that, I'm like, whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because, when you're pro-black, a lot of times you don't see both sides of the story. You can see one side of the story. You see a black man getting his ass. How long ago
do you think that you've transitioned into being the way that you are now from how it is that you used to think?
It's been about 4 or 5 years now.
Let me ask you a question. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are. What are your thoughts about Umar Jackson or Umar Johnson, Dr. Umar Johnson?
I think his heart's in the right place. I just think that the way he's going about it right now is not the way it needs to go. He needs to redirect his energy into showing people how to get some money, how to get real estate,
how to get some money if he never ran a business or he's never been in a position where he get money.
Well, he's going to need to get a team around him. Well, those that know how to do that,
Can you do both, in your opinion, of advocating for, black whatever, and then at the same time still empower people from a financial perspective? Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody do both. Because anybody that I see that understands economics, finances, I mean, you can say Boyce Watkins, but what has Boyce Watkins actually done, right? Outside of saying that I got a doctorate in economics or something like that, right? Usually when people become more successful from a financial perspective, yeah, they empower people by giving them a leg up and doing things for them, but they usually tend to be a little bit more conservative, in my opinion. So, when I see when I see a lot of these pro-black people, I don't really see people that in a lot of instances can show you or give you any insight from a financial perspective. So it's kind of difficult because it seems like they profit off the idea that they keep you thinking that you're still a victim.
Right. I remember Kevin Hart had said something a couple of years ago when he was on the Breakfast Club. I know you love that show. He said that you need to partner with people of different from different places to get anywhere you want to get. It's a partnership. You know what I mean? If you're trying to get to a certain plateau, you have to more or less open yourself up to those other groups to become successful. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I used to think that, but now I'm like, you got to partner with certain people in order to kind of have any kind of financial status or any kind of financial prowess in this day and age. So, like I said, the old me would have thought different. Now I'm like, nah, you got to partner with people that are not like you so that you can maybe get more money.
I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. I just don't think I don't think that that'll ever happen. I think that anybody that's smart, I like to be around people that's a lot smarter than me, right? You don't have to be smarter than me, but I like to be around people that's going in the direction that I can.
Soak up game that way.
Well, what I found from what it seems like with Umar Johnson is that he feels like he has to be the smartest guy in the room. That's A. And then B, on top of that, it seems as though he rejects anybody that would then question why he's doing some of the things that he was doing. Whereas I welcome it because everybody around me questions me. They're like, hey, why would you do it like that? Or do you think that that's a good idea? Or Anton, you need to switch it up. It seems like he's the type of person where he don't want to have anybody around him that questions him. So if you ask him, hey, why we ain't got this together, or why you ain't got this set up like this, or whatever, I think that he thinks that he's the visionary in a lot of ways, and I don't think that he would be able to take that type of questioning or criticism or insight or whatever you want to call it.
Now, he's a Leo, so I know his ego was big because I'm a Leo as well, and my ego was out of control. But anyway, and I'm not saying it has anything to do with it, but I know from as a male, alpha male, Leo, our ego was out of control. So, you question, people look at you like, why are you talking to him? But, I don't know him like that, so I can't speak for him. But his school, Diddy had a school before he did.
You said who did?
Diddy.
Oh yeah, Diddy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it'd be interesting to see the school. And,
it's not going to happen. I don't think. In my personal opinion, it's not going to happen.
I think it has to. It has to happen. There's no way that it doesn't happen because it has to happen.
You know why? Because of him. It won't happen because of him. Because, like I said, his ego is fragile, and he don't know how to network effectively.
It has to happen. There's no way that you cannot have that school open within the next 5 years and continue to preach the message that you're preaching.
It's been 10 plus now.
Yeah, I know. It's been about 15 years, it seemed like.
You give it another 5 years, it's not going to happen.
I don't know.
I don't think it's going to happen.
He can always find a new audience. It's a new sucker born every day, so.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his information is good for those that want to hear it. You know what I mean? If he wants to grab that audience, but that audience is dying out. The whole pro-black thing is dying out right now. People are here trying to get money, trying to hustle. They ain't trying to hear about that. The white man this and the white man that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
It's too much money. It's too much money to be trying to get.
It'll always be an audience for it, though. But I think that it is dying out, too.
But right now, it's too much money people trying to get. People trying to get their hustle on. People trying to get their money right. They're not thinking about the whole black-white thing right now.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was once that guy. And now I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I had to look in the mirror and be like, yo, you need to get your paper up. Get all the other stuff.
Yeah. I appreciate you, Jamal. Thank you, bro.
My man, you be cool, all right?
All right, thank you, bro. I'm going to bring up Ty. Ty, you ready? What up, Ty?
Hey, Antoine, how you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal, man. What's going on, big dog?
Good. So, look, I'm the gangster of love. I emailed you probably like a week ago, and I don't want to say a whole lot online. I don't do anything illegal, but I was basically I came across your show probably like a week and a half ago, man, and everything you've been saying is like, damn, you directly talking to me. So I've been trying to do this real estate for 20 years, but
hold on, Ty. Hold on, Ty. Let me back up for a minute. Where'd you come up with the name Gangsta of Love, though?
I'm glad you asked that. So the Gangsta of Love, I got the name from Willie D of the Ghetto Boys, who is from Houston. Mm-hmm. And Willie D got it from a group called the Steve Miller Band. So when you get a chance, look up the Steve Miller Band and listen to the intro. And then Willie D made a song called The Gangsta of Love, or the Ghetto Boys did. And at the time in my youth, Willie D's personality kind of fit mine. But so, and then in time, I'm gonna start a podcast, but that's like 5 years down the road. And you ever heard of the Star Report?
Yeah, I know who Star is.
Yeah, so that's my show. I listen to it at night, so that's what I go by.
He talks like this.
I'm the gangster of love.
Huh? So you run what's going on over there at the Star Report?
Nah, not that, but I call in. Like, I don't call in to anybody weekly, but I always send donations to him. That's like where I spend my free money as far as trolling, because I like to troll. But
yeah, he put on a really, really good show. He got good content over there. I like Star. He dope.
Yeah, that's my guy. But I was FaceTiming you because I come across your show about a week ago, and man, listen, you are dropping some knowledge that I've been trying to get a hold of. And there's a radio personality out here that I went to one of his summits and was trying to link up with him, but he basically came through the wash, if you know what I'm saying. Like the last few months, a lot of stuff has been going on with him and the people around him. So I'll leave that there. But I currently am a quote trucker. I'm up here working in Minnesota.
I see you working right now.
Yeah, I'm up here where these bridges are in Minnesota, but I live in Omaha. But I'm from Cali. I'm from Kelly Park. And in 5 years, I'm gonna have $1 million tangible cash. So what I'm trying to do is build me some apartments.
What do you mean by tangible cash? What do you mean by that?
Meaning, like in the bank, after everything's said and done, I'll have minimum $1 million tangible cash.
Oh, I thought you said $5 million.
No, sir. I'll have $1 million. But
if you sitting on $1 million, if you sitting on $1 million in cash, then you're not doing it right.
No, I know that. That's why I was calling to talk to you face to face, because I need a mentorship and I'm not scared to spend money. But I was gonna ask you, do you think it's better that I buy some apartments, because I subscribe to this group on Facebook, and they have apartments that are kind of like run down, and they're going from anywhere from like 500,000, 600,000.
No.
And then
No.
Okay.
Do you know what the first rule of real estate is?
Location. Yep.
Location. That is one of the most important rules of real estate is location. And the thing for me is so for me personally, and I'll give you whatever game you want to know or whatever, but I don't crowdsource, right? So I don't put my money in a group. I just invest my own personal money, right? So what I always tell people is whatever game that I'm going to give you, it's not that I want to manage your resources. It's all that I'm going to just tell you what it is that I know. Right now, I'm going through the process myself of building single-family homes. I just acquired my second property that I'm going to build on because I'm used to getting turnkey properties, right? But I think it's a better opportunity because one of the things that I have been researching, and I really don't want to talk about this online because I'm going to talk about it on Saturday, is I was researching the margins that come along with what a lot of these builders are getting, right? And the margins that they're getting is much more effective and is much greater than what it is that people are making in the markets, right? So the margins that a lot of these builders are really capitalizing on, some of them is moving anywhere from like 25% all the way up to 40%. So I'm going to go more over it inside of the Patreon, and that's the thing that I want to talk about on Sunday because I need to give people the inspiration behind why I started getting into this game in the first place. But for you specifically, I don't think that you should get into any crowdfunding real estate group, especially that's trying to buy rundown apartments.
So I wasn't planning on doing crowdfunding. So
they all trying to get into a group together, right? They trying to get into a group and pool their money together?
This is me.
Okay, you by yourself?
Listen, I'm not trying to link up with nobody. I'm trying to do this on my own. But I found some land in a place that most people wouldn't think. I live in the Midwest. I work in the Midwest. But after I'm done doing what I'm doing, I want to move back to Atlanta because that's where black people's doing good. I heard the last conversation you had with the gentleman about the whole pro-black thing, but that's another conversation.
The Midwest is where it's at, bro. From a real estate perspective. And I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about projected over the next 10 to 20 years. I believe the Midwest is where it's at.
I'm not disagreeing with you because I found some land in Iowa, 4 acres, 4.5. They want $100,000 for it. And I want to put my 4 eightplexes there to start off with because the area that it's in, they have you know what Smithfield is, right? The pigs. Mm-hmm. So they have a pig plant. They have like 8 plants there, and Hispanics can't drive in the snow, so they need to be next to the plant where everything is, and they would fill up there. I've already like befriended. Man, listen, I could be on here an hour with you talk about the stuff I did, and I don't really like.
Send me. Did you send me? You already sent me an email, right?
I did. It's gonna come in as Tyrell.foot, and it's gonna say, "Hey, the Gangster of Love." And I didn't think you responded because you were thinking I was.
Hey, hold on.
But the Gangster Love is.
Send me another email so that it comes back to the top. But I want you to change your name from Gangsta Love, bro. It's not professional.
That's my troll name.
Well, I mean, it could be the troll name, like when you trolling on the internet and stuff. I'm talking about when you sending emails and stuff. I want you to be more professional.
It's my real name. My real name.
Your real name is not Gangsta Love, bro.
No, it's not. But listen, when I sent you my email, I sent you it from my real name, Tyrell, Tyrell.
I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about when you introduce yourself to people. I want you to introduce yourself as Tyrell, not the Gangsta Love.
I respect that, sir. I respect you as a businessman because everything you've been saying has been like real knowledge. And I was like, hey, this dude right here is, bro, I can sit and talk to you for an hour, but I'd rather pay for your time because I want to show my gratitude and respect. And I respect what you're doing. But I definitely need to quote, like, pick your brain. And me and you are in the same age group. So I know you're not like looking for friends, but I'm in a situation, man, where I'm doing so good in life. I kind of need somebody that's on the same page as me, and they not looking at me like for money, and they not sizing me up, and I'm not sizing them up. I'm just looking for somebody that can kind of relate to what I'm saying in a sense.
Send me the email, and then we'll kick it, bro. Send me the email. Yes. I'm gonna look for it at the top.
I'm gonna send it to you right now.
Okay, bet. All right, Ty.
And I'll just let you know who I talk to. You just say, hey, I'll hit you up. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time greatly.
All right, my friend. Oh, okay. All right. Marcus, hold on. I don't know about this next one.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi.
What's going on, Rita?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, Rita?
I didn't think you were going to actually let me in. I just wanted to come on here and say thank you.
You have a short amount of time to be able to say what you need to say. See how the Lord is working? Lord is working. Lord is working. Thank you, Jesus. Woo! You see how Jesus is working? Oh, she back. All right, never mind.
What?
Go ahead.
Oh, you trying to get rid of me, huh?
Never.
No, seriously. I really just wanted to say thank you. Like, I know I get on you a lot about working too much, but just thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you and all that you do for me and Leslie and make sure that we have everything that we want and desire and more than enough. Just wanted to say thank you and that I love you. That's all.
I love you too. Where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
It's a bad connection. I can't hear you. I'm gonna hang up.
Oh man, let me get Marcus in here, see what Marcus is talking about. What's up, Marcus?
Hey, what's going on, Ty?
Chilling. What's the word, big dog?
I'm all right. I just want to tap in real quick, say what's up, and I just wish my grandma could have saw that ass beating that dude got. She would have loved. She loved to see a good, deserved ass whooping. It's just, I just wish I could have showed
I'm all for ass whoopings. I think we need to get back to the basics. I think we need to get back to the things that made us great and the things that made us awesome. And the things that made us awesome, in my opinion, is discipline. I don't think that we have any discipline anymore. I don't think we have any respect for other people's stuff. I think that we disrespectful. We have no regard for anything, and everybody thinks that everybody thinks that they can do whatever it is that they want to do without any kind of consequences. And so I think that it's disrespectful.
I can give you the sentiment out here in the West Coast. I'm in the Bay Area. So
you in the Bay? Hey, the Bay is our cousins. I love the Bay.
Area. Yeah. So I'll tell you this. You could go downtown in certain streets. They selling drugs a million miles an hour, and the cops will sit there. They be parked right up there at the top of the street. They just sitting there watching it. Like all the people that's using down there, there's nothing they can do about it. There's no point of arresting them. There's virtually nothing they can do about it.
Selling drugs?
They standing right there. You will watch them walk up and go get their fentanyl, whatever they getting, and then they sit right the whole street just tore up. a bus will let off right in front of certain streets where kids be getting out of school at to get dropped off, and kids got to walk right past all of it. It's pure madness in some instances. It ain't just people that look like, me and you out there either. I can tell you that much
we
too. That's out
voted
there.
for this stuff. We
Yeah.
asked for
So
it. We are now a representation, or these people are a representation of what it is that we asked for.
yeah, and you can't even. The other day I'm going to get something to eat. When I say sometimes you have to literally leave your windows down just so they can look in your car, it's got to the point so they won't bust your windows. It's got to the point where they was averaging, I think, 100 car break-ins a day. I'm talking about broad daylight. I've seen
That's
it too many
crazy,
times.
bro.
They
That is
bust the
crazy.
window. Everybody just sitting there looking. Ain't nothing you can do about it. So I don't know, man.
I appreciate you, Marcus. Thanks for calling in, man. I want to talk to you more often, my dog.
All right, definitely. I'm gonna tap in some more. I got some questions I need to ask too about. I'll send you an email, but it's just about my career. Like trying to get to that. I know you said the $250,000 mark, so first I got to get to this next number of like
$250,000 a year. $250,000 a
Yeah.
year.
So,
All right,
and
bet.
also one
Okay.
question I had when you was gonna do the something in the Patreon, you was talking about hearing about people's businesses and stuff that they had going on.
Oh, funding people's businesses? That's
Yeah.
gonna come either late October or early November.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
planning for that for
All
late
right,
October.
cool.
And so basically what it's gonna be is people gonna be able to cam up and pitch me their business ideas. And what I do is I try to give them seed money to
that's dope. All
get
right.
their stuff get their stuff funded. So different people has gotten different checks for me throughout the years, and I don't take any equity or nothing. It's just like me just looking out for my people and saying, yo, I gave y'all a lot of game, but I want y'all to also be able to get a leg up to be able to get y'all stuff off the ground. So that's what it is. It's like a grant. It's like I just try to give out a grant for different people throughout at the end of the year.
Okay.
Some people even look at it as like a Christmas gift, but I'd rather give you some empowerment to get more money so that we can build together, and rather than, you know what I'm saying, you just trying to figure it out for yourself. So that's the goal of it.
All right, dope. All right, man. It was nice tapping in.
All right, my friend. I
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
you, Marcus.
All right.
Let's see. Is it Alboa Sanima? What up, big dog? You muted. You muted. You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Anton?
What's going on, my friend? How you feel?
I'm good. I'm good. This is Albert Nyakundi. I use Alboa Cinema as kind of my tag, I guess, on social media.
Where you from?
Yeah, from Kenya. I was in last week. We talked
I
last week
remember
for
you.
a
I
minute.
remember who you were.
Yeah.
You was tapping in. You was giving me
man.
some love. You had cammed up a couple weeks
I
ago.
was just joined. Yeah. We just joined the Bug Chasers today.
Shout out
about
to
I
you,
think
big
20
dog.
minutes ago. Yeah, man.
How you feel? What are your thoughts today?
No, I've been. I don't know. I've been looking at. I follow this. When you talk about how much the black community in America has that mentality, that the culture has really been destroyed and all that. You know the mentality I'm talking about, the victimhood and the no accountability and everything like that.
Yeah, I call it the victim Olympics.
I found it interesting. Yeah. I find it interesting because statistically, black Americans are the most privileged black people in the world.
Yep, I agree.
Quality of life, access to opportunities, everything. So it's very easy for me to basically get attracted to people who speak like you, because where we come from here, your victimhood can take you nowhere. Basically, nobody cares if you think you're weak. In fact, if you're weak, people will step on you and move on. So I just think, like, in your society, that's why I see a lot of opportunity in America. That's why everybody's lining up to go there, because we are looking at the citizens, and the citizens don't seem to understand what they have in their hands.
Yeah, it's interesting that I always try to tell people that they got the opportunity of a lifetime being here, and they'd rather sit and complain about what their circumstance is instead of focusing on what it is that they can make out of it. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. And I wish people actually understood that and worked harder. But they don't. They don't push themselves. They don't believe that they can be any greater as a result of it, and it shows. It absolutely shows.
Yeah, the complacency. It's not uniquely to Black America, for example. I see it in so many places, but the genesis is always the same. That people don't see what's right before their eyes. Even in my country, it's harder, obviously, to get opportunities, but there are still opportunities. And it's as long as you're looking at it from the right lens, I think anywhere you can make it, but especially in America. That's why I've joined the Bug Chasers. I want to do business in America, and you are one of the best links that I think. Yeah. So I basically think you're one of the best links that I can get for that. So I'm not here to mince words or nice, lovey-dovey, blah blah. I just think you're a really solid businessman, and I think if I'm to get in touch with you and you talk about the business I want to do, I think things will be great.
Listen, I appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for tapping in.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm
I've just sent you yeah, man.
Send me a message on the Patreon or email.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, my friend.
Cheers. Have a good one.
Joshua, you ready to camp? You ready to come on? What's up, Josh?
Hi, Anton. How you doing?
How you doing, my friend? What's going on?
I'm doing good. I was just calling. My name's Joshua. I'm 23. I'm in the Midwest. I'm a claims adjuster, and I'm looking for some coaching calls. I think I didn't email you, I did, but I think you were booked at the moment. And then I also DM'd you on Patreon. I am a bag chaser.
Shout out to the bag chasers. What are you looking to get fixed? What are you looking to make adjustments on?
Well, so it's a bit of a long story, but this is like the first couple of years. I'm on my second year of like taking my life seriously. I'm 24, and now I'm starting to enter the legal field and stuff like that. And I'm really trying to look into how to break the next threshold. And I also wanted to ask you if I could even cater one of your events whenever you do have the next one.
What part of the Midwest are you in?
Indiana, Northwest.
Okay.
I'm willing to travel. I'll do it expense free.
Is that your business that you do on the side? Is catering?
That's the business that I'm about to start soon. I've been very nervous about starting.
Why?
It's not that I don't know. I've just always been a nervous person with putting a product out.
Why?
I've released products previously, and like for examples, I used to do pastries and stuff like that, and I don't know. I had a good experience with doing so. I just felt as though I didn't maximize myself, and so I think.
But what is the nervousness part of it? I don't understand that part.
It's just general. It's like something I have to get past more so myself.
Are you a nervous person in general?
I'm not nervous in general. I'm nervous when I don't know the other side of it. Like for me talking to you, like I'm not like I'm a little bit nervous because I don't really know you, and I don't want to say I don't want to make the wrong impression.
You can't say the wrong thing to me, bro. I'm here to help you and to add value into your life. So no matter what happens, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? So it sounds like you're afraid of failing, to be honest with you.
Oh, certainly. But at the end of the day, because I'm real deep into psychology and spirituality and things like that. So I understand that some of these things are fictitious in our mind. So
I have never seen anybody that is successful that has not failed, myself included.
This is very true. I have failed.
I have never seen any, when I say fail, I'm talking about failing spectacularly.
Oh yeah, I mean fail like negative accounts, fail like not having a car, fail like.
Did you die?
Changing my life circumstances. No.
So you still here?
Right.
So all you did was learn what not to do, and then you take some advice, or you took some learned lessons from your situation, and you move forward and you continue to create that next product. Everybody has failed. Elon Musk has failed. You know, I was watching an interview with Manny Kochman. Manny Kochman is a huge commercial real estate investor that is a massive car collector out, and I believe he's in California, right?
I
And
believe
Manny
I've heard.
Kochman, you know who Manny Kochman is?
I believe I've heard of him.
Manny Kochman talked about how many failures that he's had in his life. The key for a lot of people to become successful is really to overcome their own reservations, and a lot of that also comes with what we think other people is going to think about us. One of the reasons why I like being so forthcoming with what my life has become, from the failures to the successes, is because I'm trying to give you the blueprint to help you to understand that there is nobody that has become successful without failing multiple times spectacularly. I still fail today. I go into a project not knowing what I don't know, knowing that I'm going to pay for the experience and the possibility that it's not going to be successful right away.
See, that's the part, because my grandma has always told me that a bought lesson is the best lesson, and that I've experienced that recently and in the past, and that's what I'm trying to prevent. So in reality, the fear that I have is that I don't have the proper structure or the business model to start it.
That's not the problem. That's never the problem. You can figure that part out. The problem with most people is A, they scared to fail. They scared to what other people are going to think about them. And B, they spend more time in the planning phase than actually doing.
You're right. You're correct. This is correct. This relates
I'm telling you, more people spend time planning than they do actually implementing. And those that do ultimately are the ones that become successful, and those that overly plan. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't plan. But those that overly plan, I know people that still planning on opening up a business that's been putting together that same plan for the last 20 years. And eventually that plan go to die with them.
Yeah, I don't want that.
So, yeah, send me a message inside of the Patreon, because I prioritize those more than the emails. But send me a message inside of the Patreon, and we'll talk about it a little bit more.
Okay, my name's Joshua Means, just so you know, so that when I send my email.
All right, my friend, I like that. I'm going to talk to you later.
All right, thank you. Have a great one.
You too. Micah, you ready, Micah? I'm about to bring you up. Look like you frozen, Micah. There we go. Micah, what up, though?
Hey, how you doing, Anton?
How you doing, my friend? What's the word?
Oh, I'm doing wonderful, man. I'm doing wonderful. I was just listening to the show. I didn't even think I was gonna get through on the on the
Man, listen,
deal.
I try to get all of my people in, man. How you feel? What's your thoughts?
Man, I feel good. I heard a couple of brothers talking about how the black and the white thing, and I think that's right. I think it's time to, because I used to be big into it.
They all
Big
do
into like
eventually until you grow out of it.
I was into the Black Panther Party and all these different things, and then I realized, I was like, man, only way to get respect
how
is
much progress have you made, and how much money did you make from it?
From that, none.
Because I know more people that can make an impact based off of how it is that they are able to scale financially than people that's just talking that black shit. That don't do nothing. All people do is make a bunch of people mad, and then it don't translate into anything. You got a bunch of broke people that's mad all together, and then they can't rub two nickels together to actually do anything to make a change.
You ain't never lying, because all that happens is you just get aggravated, angry, and get arrested, and you don't make any money. And the only way to, you know what I'm saying, the only way to really make people respect you is economically. A lot of cultures have proven that. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit them in the pockets, and so
it's plenty of
I think that's
cultures that
what's
don't even
important.
talk loud. If you look at the Asian culture,
For sure.
and that don't mean that they don't have problems and go through things also. But if you look at the Asian culture, they get whole bills passed. You got the Asian hate crime bill. They ain't do no protesting. They ain't had no conversations. They ain't do none of that shit. They just worked.
You ain't never lying. And so that's what I've been doing, man. I really I don't know if you remember on the Patreon one night we talked about I was building these tiny houses and working on getting that thing off the ground. Yeah, that's why I'm over here walking to it right now. I kind of wanted to just show it to you. I know, I don't know if that was okay on the show, but yeah, I've been building I've been building tiny houses.
You build them yourself,
concept,
or so you own? They're your tiny houses, and you building them.
Yeah. So my first one, I built completely from the ground up. I did.
So you doing the construction?
99. Yeah, I've done all the construction on this one. Eventually, of course, I want to transition out of that, but for this first one, I couldn't. I had to kind of fill it out because building in a shipping container is kind of a different process than a house, So I needed to fill it out before I said.
It's a huge difference.
Before I said contractors in on it, I wanted to make sure I filled it out.
Did you have to pull, different, what part of the country are you in?
So I'm in right outside of Houston, Texas.
So you're in Texas, okay. And
yeah,
what's the permitting process?
So the permitting process in Texas, let me open this up while I'm on camera, but the permitting process in Texas is pretty simple. Especially in the Houston area, we've already got them approved to be able to be placed. The only thing you kind of run into sometimes is if you try to build into a neighborhood, a suburban neighborhood, you run into a square footage limit. But in all urban areas, the shipping containers are doing pretty well.
You got a square footage limit that's based off of the lot size, but you shouldn't have the square footage limit is based off of what the requirements of the city is, unless you got a minimum square footage limit, right? So I'll give you an example.
Some of the HOAs.
Okay. Some of the cities that I'm building in, they got a minimum amount or a minimum size and square footage that you have to build for residential.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, here's
let me see what you got, big dog. Okay, I see you.
Sorry. Yeah, that's it. And then on the sides here, I did kind of a modern theme to it.
Mm-hmm. I see you working.
That's all over made there. It. Yeah, let me get you inside so you can check it out.
Okay.
But that's the real magic, is the inside.
Yeah, let me see what you're working with, big dog.
Let me get in here. Now the code won't act crazy because I'm trying to show you. Let me get it. I use the key. But yeah, so here's the inside. Hopefully you can still see. And so I went with really a real modern type.
It looks incredible. It looks really, really good.
Yeah, so a real modern type look to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It looks good. It looks incredible.
Yeah, you got full kitchen. It's partitioned off. So you got all your, full stove, full size refrigerator. You got a cedar ceiling, so a custom cedar ceiling. Recessed lighting. You know what I'm saying? All the major touches that you would want.
You did all of that yourself?
Every single part of it.
That's incredible, man. That's really impressive, bro. How long did it take you to do that?
So altogether, just working about 6 months. But of course, I was working in my regular job and doing this on the side. So,
man, that's impressive,
full size shower.
I don't want to add. Do you feel like sharing what your costs were?
So to build this one, it ran me about.
I don't want you to go into detail because maybe we can have this conversation on Sunday. Because I am going. So what I'm doing on Sunday on the Patreon is I'm going through all of my numbers and I'm showing the receipts and I'm giving everybody the process of what it's costing me to build a single family residential rental property. That's around 2,000 square feet. Where it is that I'm building it and all of the different projects that I got going on. So in a general sense, kind of give us an idea of what you've spent so far.
So altogether, all in on this, I spent about 60, and that includes architecture fees, pretty much every single part of it.
That's impressive, man. That's really great.
Even the furniture, I built the furniture. It's including every single piece down to the art, everything.
That's impressive, man. You should be proud of yourself, bro.
Yeah, I'm proud of it. Now I'm looking to sell it, but the main thing is that man, it was just something I really wanted to do and really wanted to build something of quality. Also, I'm in the process of developing a course for it. Not so much a course, but a step-by-step that you'll get with the plans. You know what I'm saying? So people can do it themselves. And so that's my goal. But I just wanted to show you, I had talked to you about it before, but I had never really showed you the product. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to show you what.
What's your Instagram so that people can reach out to you and try to follow you, bro?
It's Uncontained Dreams, but I don't post on there a whole lot. Mostly I post on YouTube.
Oh my God! If you don't get your Instagram and your social media together, bro.
I already know, bro. That's the big thing for me, and I just listening to you. I've been really
Uncontained Dreams.
Yeah, Uncontained Dreams. That's the name of the project and my website and all that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting on now. And I made a big mistake of not doing it as I go, like documenting it as I go. I have all of the posts and everything. I just hadn't posted it. I kind of had my head down building, but I realized just listening to you, I realized I got to change a bunch of things on that front because it's all marketing. You know what I'm saying?
Where can the people
it's all marketing,
find you, bro?
Oh, they can go on to my website, uncontainedreams.com. And we also have a YouTube channel, Uncontained Dreams, which we're going to be posting the step-by-step process.
Okay. I love it, man. Hey, send me a message inside of the Patreon, bro, so we can go over this.
For sure. I will. All right. Thanks, Anton. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Listen, man, we got some of the dopest people in the world. Some of the dopest people in the world that's building. Some people are there. Some people are builders. Some people is in Houston. Some people is in California, Jersey, Detroit, Ohio, Indiana, Miami, all over the country, man. And let me tell y'all something. If you looking to rock out with a group of people that's from all walks of life, that's in all different stages of their life, if you are looking to rock out with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let me read some of the super chats so we can get y'all up out of here. Because I got my DoorDash coming in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Jay Ben is in the building, said, about time employees fight back. Shout out to my dog Jay Ben and all of my people in Arizona. Miss Crow T. Shetty came through and dropped off that 5-ball. We appreciate you, Miss Crow T. Shetty. Let me also give a shout out to Trey05 is in the building on Cash App. Shout out to Trey05. I appreciate you. And my dog Mike, that dude. Awesome. Absolutely. Let me also give a shout out to my dog Persevere Data TV. It says, walk softly but carry a big stick. Talking about what happened over there in the 7-Eleven in California. Scooby Don says, you wrong, AD. That's the rod Moses used to part the sea. Shout out to Scooby Don. I appreciate you. Big One M Dub says, whoop that trick. Get him. Shout out to my dog, Big One M Dub. I appreciate you. Mark Joyner is dropping off that 5-ball. I appreciate you, Mark Joyner. Scott is in the building, says those hits were for every business owner in the state of California. Dude went in. I appreciate you. Mark Joyner also says, I love seeing these thieves get dealt with. And then he had the nerve to ask for some soda at the end of it. Crazy. DP says, beat him like he stole something. And then was stealing cigarettes. And then was going to be selling them on the side of the road. Jawan Hart says, them whoopings be so bad that you get them delayed screams. Rob says, the last whooping I've ever gotten is when I ran from my mama. When she got me, I got whooped, and I got another one from my pops for running. Wealth Building Journey. Did I miss your super chat? Tell me what you said, Wealth Building Journey, and then I'll read it out because I didn't think that I missed your super chat. But I'm sorry if I did miss your super chat. I'm very sorry. You know I hate to miss any super chats. Wealth Building Journey, what did you say? You don't have to send another super chat. I just want to know what you said. Jaquel in the building says, what up, bro? I didn't have to show out. My mother knew how to box. I preferred a whooping over a session being a heavy bag. By the way, your wife is a blessing, humble and grounded. God bless your family. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Jaquel. I absolutely appreciate you. Scooby Don says, beat him to sickness and then build your fitness. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, my friend. Pat S5 says, lucky he wasn't wet. Y'all know nothing about getting that wet whooping. Joshua Simpkins says, if you got ID, social security card, and a birth certificate, you ain't got no reason to be stealing for real. Run that bag up. Chasers. Rickster is in the building, says, giving people whoopings is a great idea. Not only will they change their minds and their attitudes, but they can teach them the right from wrong, and then they can become better. Y'all need to start giving y'all kids whoopings before they ever hit the streets. You know what I'm saying? Cliff is in the building, says being a police officer is an honorable job. I think that it's an absolute phenomenal job. And they deserve all of the benefits that come along with it. Prince Elian says, if he try to rob your store, whoop that trick, get him. Whoop that trick, get him. When he run for the door, whoop that trick, get him. Whoop that trick, get him. Shout out to Prince Elian is in the building. Give me a second. Let me make sure I capture everything. We got a few more to get through. Albert, shout out to Albert, says new Patreon bag chaser. Straight from the Republic of Kenya, East Africa, going global. Big up yourself. Let's get it. Shout out to all of the new bag chasers. We appreciate y'all for continuing to tap in. Victor Williams said, grown ass man talking about he a Leo. Y'all, wow. Spaces is in the building, says Akbar went full Donatello on Tyrone. I agree. Donatello, Michelangelo, and all of them. Jeremy H says, what's good? Bringing a fam to Disney next week. Total damage for the hotel, Disney resort, flight, and tickets, including Universal, was $3.5K. No lie. Really? That's it? I'm surprised. Disney is expensive as fuck. Wow, you was able to get that for the flights and everything? My flights. Dog, my hotel in Tokyo is $11,000. Hold on, let me pull it up. Y'all don't be believing time, dog. Y'all do not be believing time, dog. Y'all don't be believing time, dog. My flights to Tokyo is 30 bands and hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if I can find it. Travel. Trips. Upcoming. Let me see. That's because I'm staying at the Ritz, though. Yep, that's it. That is it. The Ritz. Yep, that is it. Tokyo. I don't want to give y'all my confirmation number, though, on a low, though. Oh, that ain't it. Hold on. Is it the prison one? There we go. That is my whole hotel and taxes and fees, including $10,100. Somebody said, drop that fleece interview. It's in the Patreon. Yep, my Tokyo trip is $30,000. $30,000 just for my flight. Yep, $30,000 for my flight. $30,000 for the flight, big dog. Let me see something. You know, I like to show the receipts, so I don't mind showing the receipts. I don't like to show. No, I'm not flying first class. I am flying Delta One. I am flying Delta One. Not first class, Delta One. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me see something. When did I book those tickets anyway? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I paid $30,000. I don't believe your flight is $30K cap. Really? All right. Well, guess we'll go ahead and pull up the receipts, and then I'll read the rest of the super chats. Let's see. I'll pull up the receipts, and then we'll go ahead and run it up. When did we book those tickets? Somebody said that they don't believe my flight was my flights was 30,000. Boy, I guess you don't really understand what we doing over here and the type of numbers that we running up over here. Boy, when did I book those tickets? Whoop that trick, get him. 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 Am I on the right card? Am I on the right card? When did I book it? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Matter of fact, actually, I can go to Delta. Whoop that trick, get him. Whoop that trick, get him. You know, Anton got the receipts. I got to make sure y'all don't see my flight number. Trips, details. You know me. I'm gonna throw the receipt up just for y'all. Just the two of us. Where's the receipts at? Oh, view receipt. Here we go. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. Yeah, that should be sufficient. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. You and I. See that? 3 passengers. 30,000. Just the two of us. We can make it if we tried. Just the 3 of us. You and I. Let me read some more super chats. I don't really think they know who the fuck we talking to, right? I don't know who they thought that we was talking to. I'm different over here. We different. We fly. We sleep when we fly. We don't sit in regular seats no more. We do like this. Just the three of us. Let me read the rest of these super chats and then we're going to get it popping. Make sure I don't miss no super chats. Just the three of us. All right, let me read the rest of these super chats. Let's get it popping. Yeah, 3,500. It seemed like that's a pretty good price though, Jeremy H. Shout out to the bag chasers though, spinning that bag. Listen, everybody is tough until you pull the receipts out. You know what I'm saying, Dizzy Roth? Everybody is tough until they pull the receipts out. Captain DDR says, just saying thanks, big dog. Salute from the NY was a movie. Shout out to everybody that came in from the movies. From the movies at the Patreon meetups. Ty in the building says the new Gary Vaynerchuk. That's a compliment. Wealth Building Journey has said, this is why we need internal and external auditors. Fraud is very difficult to detect in public companies when there's an insider threat. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Why everybody always trying to question my credibility? You know I'm the only person that's on the internet that be showing the receipts of what it is that I'm really doing. I'm the only person on the internet that show what he really doing. Yo, just my hotel and my flights alone was like $42,000? All of my people ride on luxury. You know what I'm saying? Barry Allen says, why did the beggar's wife divorce him? Because she caught him giving away too many cream pies. That's a pretty good one. I like that, Barry Allen. That's a phenomenal one. I like that joke. That's a good one. I'm going to use them. I got to figure out how to put my own spin on it, though. I'm going to use that joke. Crown says, got to support the show and show my respect to my unofficial mentor. Trying to connect with you on a coaching call next time you come to SoCal. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, big dog. Darius Pittman is in the building, says, was MLK complaining or was it truth? No such thing as a victim mindset. Telling black folks to work hard is a surface level argument because that's what's obvious. Just because I say racism doesn't mean I'm not working hard. Okay, well then keep saying racism. I appreciate you for the 20 ball, but it's not going to get you anywhere. Wealth Building Germany says, resending, this is why we need, oh yeah, I read that one, and I appreciate you. This is why we need internal and external auditors. Fraud is very difficult to detect in public companies when there is an insider threat. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Hold on. I got you. All right, Time Dog's DoorDash order is here. Time Dog's DoorDash order is here, so we're going to keep it popping. Let's see. As Rosonia Morris says, from out of the country, says, appreciate all you do, OG. Travel, safe travels to this side of the world. Welcome to Asia. Shout out to all people out here. Time Out says, Anton, I'm joining the Bag Chasers today. That trip is what I make in a year. Not what I'm spending on the trip, what y'all make in a year. Yeah, we got to get our bags up, y'all. We got to get our bags up. J Hub says, you should vlog a Delta One flight. 30,000 is crazy. Do y'all think that, before we get up out of here, and shout out to all of the new Patreon members, the link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that spending $30,000 on a flight is crazy? Y'all think that spending 30 bands on a flight is crazy? Y'all think that this is crazy? Just curious. I don't. You know why I don't? Because I think that you deserve it. I think that every last one of y'all in this chat should be in a space and a position to where you can take you and your family on the best around. I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like, I'm going to be honest with you. We fly in Delta, right? I believed that when I booked this and we spent $30,000 on the flight and then we spent like $11,000-12,000 on the hotel, I was thinking to myself, damn, we not really there yet. We not really there yet. You know why? Because I felt like my family deserved to fly private. They shouldn't even have been flying Delta One. I felt like my family should have had a private jet. When I booked our $30,000 flight, I was thinking to myself, damn, if we spend a little bit more, if we double it, we can fly private. Why do y'all think that y'all don't deserve it? Why do y'all think that y'all not worthy of having the best or flying the greatest or having all of that? You're not motivated enough. Everybody keep telling you that it's okay to be average. Everybody keep telling you that it's okay to be regular. Everybody keep telling you that you ain't rich. I have people today, seriously. Listen, I spend more in a month. I spend more in a month than some people make in an entire year. I spend more in a month than some people make in an entire year. And they keep trying to tell me about how much money I got. It's people out here in these streets that sit here and tell me about what it is that I got and how much I got in my assets in my bank account. So last month, I went over my spending summary, right? Last month, let me give you a little bit of motivation for motivational purposes only. Last month, I spent $153,000. That's my spending summary from last month. Let me try to cover up my little bit of information. Last month, I spent $153,000. Right? I keep having people telling me about what it is that I got in my bank account. Month over month over month. And here's the best part about it. Here's the best part about it. I stack more than I spend. I stack and I invest more than I spend. That's the play money. Hello? I stack and I invest more than I spend. So what am I trying to tell you? I'm telling you that don't let nobody define what it is that you do or what it is that you can generate and listen, you can have any fucking thing that you want if you work hard enough for it and you actually motivated enough to go and get that shit. Stop letting people define what your future is. Who gonna tell me what it is that I got? My chick is out spending money right now, going crazy out here in these streets. You can have that shit too, man. Let's go get that shit. Shout out to Smiling Buddha. Said, do you think it's normal to leave your kids with generational wealth or something to make their lives better? I think that it's a commandment from God. It don't matter. You're only seeing the last 4 digits of the account number anyway, so you're not really seeing nothing. It's a commandment from God. It's a commandment for you to leave your family in a better space than when it is. It's a commandment from God for you to make sure that your family is left with something from a legacy perspective. How about that? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I need y'all to continue to push. Keep pushing. Keep running that shit up. Expectations is greater than they ever been. All right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I need y'all to do me one more favor before we get up out of here. Make sure you share this with your family and friends. We don't want to be successful by ourselves. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Let's continue to run this shit up. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace. And shout out to all of the, let me stop. Let me not be petty. Let me not be petty. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all share this with y'all family and friends. I see y'all on Fight Club tonight. I was just about to start talking some reckless shit. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Peace. God bless y'all.